right? Or can you end it?
No, I can end it from here. Anyone can
Beautiful.
end it, and anyone can start it.
Oh, we'll end it all right.
Well, it's Monday, and you know what that means. Another week for you.
Oh boy, wait, that took a lot to get out.
I'm trying not to like hack up a lung into the
Mm.
microphone. I'm getting over. I was sick all last week,
Mm.
so you know the good stuff.
Oh, the great stuff. Phlegm, a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
vitamin C in there, a lot of headaches. What do you got?
yeah. No, a lot of phlegm, and a coughing.
Mm. From all
So
that, from all that, the dairy and the cheese in your pizzas, probably.
I don't eat a lot of pizza.
Nah.
It's one of my bugaboos.
So then I'm gonna guess it's something else.
Yeah, I
Nah.
think I got a cold.
Yeah, it's just a cold. I was a little under the weather a few days last week and shook it real quick. So
Yeah, but I'm at the back end of it. Well, I've been working too. I haven't taken any time off from work.
Mr. No Days Off.
So yeah, I'm sure there was a last Monday was probably the worst day,
Uh-oh.
and I ended up working, and I had to work outside, which is why I didn't do the show. And
Yes, I remember.
It ended up being an event that I had to be there at 5:30, only to find out when I got there that we couldn't start serving till 7:45. So it was kind of a waste.
That is a waste. You could have been talking to us with the Hawks area and the Big Deal Craig Seal.
Wow. Wow, that was impressive.
Oof. I thought it was just the opposite.
I thought if you were going to forget your guy, I was going to be disappointed in you.
Oh, no, I love my guy. That's my guy. That's my day one. That's my day one-ish guy.
Well, we have another jam-packed show for you tonight. We have I don't know if you know, Kevin, today is Finland Independence Day.
Happy Findependence Day.
And Mikko Maestro, who booked himself on the show back in like March when we did Tony's appreciation show.
Dude's got some stroke.
Let's see. Tony's appreciation show is April 19th. And that is when Mikko booked himself for this date. He said the 6th is a Monday and is the Finland Independence Day. So he's going to be joining us shortly. And then Amy Crimson from Battle Arts Pro, she'll be joining us about 9 o'clock.
That's up in the Great White North.
Yeah, oh yeah. Hey.
So do you think that she'll think that I just put this up here to be a creepo like Russo? Or should we be able to tell her that this is always hanging here?
No, I think she if she was a woman of that does her research, just not going around asking to do any podcast, she would watch or check out a podcast. So she would know that the Canadian flag has been hanging there since, the pandemic started almost 2 years ago.
That's right.
So she's joining us. We got NWA Hard Times. We got NXT War Games. There's tons of AEW news. This is the go home week for Ring of Honor. Final Battle is this weekend.
In more ways than one. It's the
damn you, Kevin! Damn you!
All right.
Wrestle Pro was in Alaska this week. I know you stayed up and watched a bunch of those shows. So there's so much for us to talk about. One is more than I've watched. And Tony might join us because I told him he needs to join us for this dildo at 7 o'clock. So he might join. He eats reindeer stew, and we're again having him on at Christmas time. Why do we keep doing this to ourselves?
Well, all right. I want to start right now. So let's start, and then I'm going to come back and ties in with Russell because Alaska reindeer is really popular. So reindeer sausage is really big. So
okay.
So there's that. Apparently, it's delicious.
You know what? I will never know.
You don't know
I gotta
that.
do the fucking intros too. God damn it!
Let's see. Maybe I can do it. Let's see. Type.
All right, so we're gonna fucking let's start this shit, Kevin.
Let's do it. Can't wait to hear the liner.
Yeah, me either.
The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live on rantiumradio.com and available on all podcast platforms and at shiningwizards.com. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. As always, we thank you for your continued support. And now, enjoy the show.
Hey, this is Ken Shamrock, the world's most dangerous man. That's right, the world's most dangerous man. And also the first heavyweight champion of MMA and the first King of Pancrase champion of the world. You're listening to the Shining Wizards.
All right, proper intro. It's Monday night, Kevin, and you know what that means. It's the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast coming to you wherever you get your favorite podcasts. We prefer if you did it on Spotify because they send us a fun little wrap-up at the end of the year, and I enjoy that very much. If you're listening to us in podcast form, though, we appreciate it. Hopefully, you've joined us live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, and you subscribed to those platforms so you get notifications for whenever we are broadcasting live. I don't know why I can't speak tonight.
You are all right. So let's do a deep dive. No, let's do the intros first, real quick.
The Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, where of course it's wrestling talk
and talk about wrestling.
I'm Matt,
and I am KJG. And didn't there used to be more of us?
There used to be. Kevin, let me tell you something. I know you guys thought I was shitting on you last week when I was watching the live feed. Tony, 100%, Kevin, did your thing.
He did, right?
100%. And I was putting it in the chat, and I guess you guys thought I was busting your balls. And Tony never read it, and I guess you never saw it, but he 100% did your gimmick.
He did. All right, so Tony is not only Tardy Tony, he's Gimmick Goomba, we'll call him. He's the Gimmick Goomba.
Yeah, he's Gimmick something, but he's not here yet.
He's Infringement Anthony.
But he might be joining us. I don't know.
We don't know. We never know what that crazy guy has a mind of his own and an itinerary of his own.
We got a full show for you tonight. We got NWA Hard Times to talk about. We got NXT War Games to talk about. There's tons of wrestling news and notes. We got picks to go over.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin's slowly climbing that ladder to catch Tony.
I did, hey.
You did.
I'm right. Look at me.
But it is December 6th. I don't even know if he's in the queue, but I don't know. I don't see a video.
I don't see him.
And if his track record indicates it, we're gonna have problems the minute I pipe him in, but maybe let's see if he's here.
This could be a traditional disaster or traditional greatness.
I know he said his child destroyed his laptop.
Maestro's got a kid?
Yeah.
Mini Maestro, eh?
Mini Maestro. So yeah, I guess I don't know. He's
buffering on my end. I don't know about you.
Yeah, he's buffering on everyone's end, I think.
Okay.
So I'm gonna remove him there.
It's not a great way to celebrate Independence Day, as I just dubbed it.
You know, the beauty of the live stream is you don't need to download. It's not like Zoom or what were you using before Zoom? Skype.
Oh God, it gargled.
Oh, here we go.
In and out, Tony. Look at this jerk off.
Wow.
Yeah, welcome to you guys too. Jesus.
Wow. Well, Tony, we were talking before you joined. You were 100% stole Kevin's gimmick last week.
Stole. Yes, I stole it.
That's right.
You stole it. You did the thing.
No, I didn't. I was trying to do this.
Oh, you did it. I watched it with my eyes, and you don't be angry.
I am angry because you're full of shit.
Your boy is buffering. I keep trying to add him.
Well, he's
All right, so
called
let's
from
talk to
Finland, isn't
buffering.
he?
Is this Michael buffering? Miko buffering?
So we'll see if he pops up or I get a Facebook message. Tony, how are you?
Tired, brother. How are you?
I think I sound like shit. I think I
Yeah,
look like
no.
shit. Yeah, so we're doing good.
1 out of 2 is not bad.
Uh,
All right.
Yes. Hello.
Rip roaring material from In and Out Tony.
what's with the In and Out Tony?
Yeah, what is that? What does that mean?
I'm gonna be in and out. I'm only here. I'm a hired gun tonight. I was here because I was told my very special friend from Finland was going to be joining you guys, and I didn't want to miss out.
So
All
that's wait, is this him? Miko Bifo?
Yeah, it's not him.
It is him because it's a private chat. So we're gonna figure this out now.
No, we're not.
Nope.
Nope.
Not looking good.
Incorrect. Ding.
All right, let me Google Finland Independence Day and I'll educate the world. How about that?
Boy. Here
I
we
mean, I
go.
have it pulled up here on my Wikipedia too.
All right. So what did Finland become independent from, Matt?
Soviet Russia in late
Ooh.
19th.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's a big deal. This should be a day to celebrate for the Finns, if you will.
Could you imagine, like, if his country was not liberated, he'd be joining us looking like Ivan Koloff.
Be like
You know?
No, for sure. Maybe I would go more. I think more relatable would be because I don't think he'd go the chain route. Was he a chain guy or was Nikita Koloff the chain guy?
I think they were both off the chain.
Yeah, right. They're off the chain. That's right.
Oh,
Off the hook. If they were pirates, they'd be off the hook.
Yes. Arr. Hey, Miko Bifo.
It's not gonna happen. Miko next week or next year. Next Independence Day. You join us.
Apparently, they still haven't figured out Wi-Fi in Finland.
He's
Why
not
Finn?
in Finland. He just came back from Finland last week.
Boy, his arm's tired.
That's not how that's not the setup to the job. See, this always happens too. It's never him. It's like Miko Bifo.
Miko
man.
booked
Bifo.
himself. He booked himself for this episode a year ago.
Yeah.
He's had 365 some odd days to get this figured out.
Is he approaching Moth and LaGreca status at this point?
Approaching.
Or
He is literally in his own cat. Now the guests have to get up to Miko level.
we should you know what we should do? He should be a weekly segment and we should call it This Weeko with Miko.
Jesus Christ.
My goodness gracious.
And what does he tell? What's the gimmick? What is he? Does he educate us on stuff or?
I mean, tonight could be Finland Independence Day. Independence Day.
I mean, yeah. Tonight is Finland Independence Day.
Next week could be his N64 WCW versus NWO the World.
Hey, just work now.
Hey!
Hey, I switched to my other phone. It didn't work on the. Because I have two phones. This one I'm using right now has the Finnish operator. For some reason, it didn't work on my American phone. But hey, good to see you guys. Yeah.
Happy Independence Day, Miko Bifo. What's the Bifo about?
I don't know. That's the name that I was given in the show, so I just rewrote it. I guess something.
Very good. Well, how are you spending your day celebrating the independence of Finland?
I was actually thinking of watching Die Hard 3, but now it's getting kind of late right now, so I don't know. Usually on Independence Day, I do something very Finnish, but I was just in Finland, so I came on Monday back in the States. So I don't know. I think I did all the Finnish stuff already. I ate reindeer 3 times, so yeah.
Fucker.
Why do you say that? Come on.
Yeah, well, because the first podcast that I was in, one of the many, I think it's the 5th one I'm on right now. So on the first one, it was named like Reindeer Stew, the Mikko Maestro story. So I don't know if you guys remember, but that was like way back in the days.
Why do we keep having him on around the holidays when he's talking about eating reindeers with the children? Think of the children, people.
Listen, if your children are listening to this, you've got other issues than people eating reindeer. Come on.
Yeah, no. No, my kid's in the bed. Yeah, I won.
He's in the bed. What time is it? It's like
Yeah.
4 o'clock over there.
Yeah, but he's like 1 year old, so Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you might have had like a Benjamin Button type of thing, where your baby was like really old, like still a baby, but like a really old baby. So you
Like
put it to bed early.
Like a Bajeria kid?
Yes.
Oh God.
I think you lost me there, Matt. I don't know.
That's okay. How are you doing, Mikko? How was Finland? What'd you go back to your homeland for?
Oh man, so yeah, I mean, I had booked flight for January. I was thinking I would go to Finland on my birthday, but my flights got cancelled for whatever reason. I tried to call the airline, I couldn't get an answer, but I got full refund. So I was thinking, what if I just leave right now? And I look at the flights, I was like, it's not too bad, so I might as well go. And just went there for 4 weeks and had a wrestling match over there. It was pretty cool. So when I made my entrance, I saw this guy who used to be a accountant for the Finnish wrestling promotion, because there was only one at the time. And he was on the front row. So I grabbed him and gave him a big hug. And then we fell. There's like 3 stairs, and I hit my head on the stairs over there. And guys thought that my comeback was there. I was just like knocked myself out on the stairs the very first minute. But no, it wasn't too bad. I still didn't feel it in my head. It's been like 3 weeks now. Still feel it back here. I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, it was weird to go to Finland, because you have to drive stick gear, and it's so cold and it gets dark so soon. And I went to a spa over there. First, I got stuck on the elevator the first day, and the last day there was somebody dead on the stairs. So
Let me tell you something, Mikko.
yeah.
Finland sounds like a great place.
Oh, it's great. We have high taxes and long winters, seasonal depression. Yeah.
All right. So
And then you moved to Washington.
Yeah, which is also long winters, seasonal depression, people dead on elevators.
Actually, I mean, Portland, actually. I don't know if you guys can see, it doesn't really matter, but that's, Portland, Oregon.
Oh my God, Mikko! I don't mean to laugh at someone else's misfortune, but the way you just so nonchalantly say, "Yeah, there was somebody dead on the stairs,"
Like it's a daily occurrence. Like
Hey, but guys, that's the weird thing about Finland. Like in States, if that happened, like while I'm checking out, they would be apologizing and give me like refunds and free tickets or whatever. In Finland, they were just like shushing, and I asked like, so is somebody? It's like, what's going on the stairs? Because they're like blanket over there. You could see it's like somebody's laying over there. And then the manager just looked at me and said, like, we have a lost person, but we have to keep it. And I was like, okay, at least I know there's somebody else dead. Because I was thinking like it would have bothered me, bugged me, because it looked like somebody died. But yeah.
all right, well, all right.
So you see,
RIP to that unfortunate gentleman, and hopefully you don't get into any trouble talking about it, because that would be a disaster.
Now you see, Mikko can keep his mouth shut. So if I'm ever gonna rob a bank or commit some other heinous crime, I got Mikko to get my back, because I know he'll never fucking squeal.
Yeah. But hey guys, is this my 5th time on the show? I was trying to count it, because first time we couldn't get the microphone working. It was the anniversary show, and then we did it like 2 weeks later, and then we did one on my birthday. I actually still have those jelly beans. I bet they're already like gone bad, but I mean they weren't good to start with. But I found them when I was cleaning the house. And then they had the Tony celebration night for whatever reason. So yeah.
What do you mean for whatever reason?
We still don't know why.
Don't worry, there'll be another one next year. I'll keep you
now Kevin's slowly climbing that ladder, buddy.
So I heard that Randy Orton made a record, like most pay-per-view matches in WWE. But has he ever been on the
Monday Night Raw matches?
Most Monday Night Raw matches. I see. I stand corrected. Yeah. Has he ever been on the Shining Wizards?
Randy Orton every week, just as much as you.
Oh man, I was thinking. I thought I beat him to it, man. Oh, that Randy.
So,
that guy.
Mikko,
he's breaking them records.
Look, unlike the last couple times you've been on the show, there's actually some wrestling to talk about. Now, you were gone from Finland for 2 years, outside of falling off the stairs and bumping your head. How was your return?
Well, it wasn't in Helsinki. The match was in a town when they hadn't been wrestling for, I think that last show like 4 years ago. So the crowd wasn't too big. There was like 60 people or 70, something like that, which I don't really mind, during times like this, because I mean, the COVID situation is crazy in Finland because it seems like it never hit it. People are walking around, everything's open, nobody's wearing masks. It's just like it never came. I mean, but so being there in a small crowd actually feels pretty nice. Kind of promo, and a lot of them just looked confused. My opponent was Canadian, so I was speaking English, and I don't think neither of us understood what we were saying because of the accents. But the match went well. Yeah. I mean, I went there, did my dance, did my moves.
Wait, hold on. You do a dance?
Oh yeah. I haven't seen. Oh my goodness. So my theme song is "Pretty Fly for a White Guy," and here.
You didn't know this? Come on, you knew this.
And here in the States, here in Portland, we do it like the ring announcer says, "So bring out your $1 bills because here comes the entertainment." And then I go to the ring and I walk if there's any empty chairs left, I walk between the crowd, and collect the tips while I'm getting in the ring. That's the gimmick.
What's your what's your best night? How many dollars you get walking through the crowd there, buddy?
It's like $7 or $8 you can make. So.
Hey, that ain't bad. I'll take it. $7 or $8 is a win for me.
Yeah, hey, the thing is, there's only so much time you can do. I guess I have to ask extra time for the promoter to loop the music around and go for another round.
You know what you need to do? You got to bring somebody with you to collect the money and then split it 50-50. So instead of 8, you make like 16. Yeah,
that could be it. But man, I remember last time I had a match in Portland. Maybe a month ago or so, because now wrestling's back over here finally. So I was already in the ring, and there's somebody on the upper deck, holding his money, trying to reach for me. And I was thinking, if I'm gonna walk all the way there, it's gonna take me like a minute and a half or whatever. So sometimes you gotta pick your battles, man. You can't win them all. But the thing is, you shouldn't leave a penny behind.
Oh hell no. So these dollars go to the Mikko Maestro Domino's Pizza Fund.
You know what? I haven't had Domino's for a while now. I probably should now that I'm back in the States. So, you have all the good stuff over here. Domino's, Arby's, Bud Light. All the stuff we don't have over there. So, man. But I'm cutting weight right now because I went to visit my mom in Finland, and that's like an open bar, when you get there. So it's like now I'm gained a couple of pounds. So got back to eating broccoli and tuna right now.
Well, you look good.
No, thank you.
Oh, why don't you do kiss? I'm on your Instagram, your Facebook, not Facebook. Jesus,
come on, dude, spit it out.
I'm on your Twitter, and your handle is across the bottom of the screen at Mikko Maestro on Twitter. You do not disappoint, Mikko. Tuna pizza. What is wrong with you?
Oh, it's fantastic, man.
What is it? It looks awful. What is this? Is this the tuna on top? What is this?
Yeah, it's like the #1 topping, man. I'm surprised you can't find it in the States, but in Finland it's everywhere.
It's crazy.
The first time I ever had pepperoni pizza, it was just called pepperoni, but the toppings were pepperoni and tuna. And that's the first way I had ever had pepperoni pizza in my life. I was like 8-year-old something. It's this chain called Koti Pizza, which means home pizza. On their menu, if you order pepperoni, it's pepperoni and tuna. So just a heads up, if you ever go there. Yeah.
So is the tuna is warm?
Yeah. It's from the can, then put it in the oven. The one I had like tuna, shrimp, and clams on it, like a seafood pizza. Yeah.
This
good one.
I'm a big pepperoni guy. I'm a big tuna guy. I'd give it a shot.
You're a big tuna. Are you a tuna guy or a tuna fish guy? There's a difference because I think we're talking.
I'm a tuna fish guy. I think
we're talking about like tuna, like just a fish.
I'm like tuna casserole, tuna salad, tuna.
I think we're talking about like tuna.
Oh, like the actual like fillet
tuna steak. Yeah.
No. They put it from the can. That's the cheap
like
stuff.
Tuna fish.
Yeah, tuna fish. Yeah.
You're never allowed back on this podcast again. That's the fucking closest thing.
No, Mikko. Nope.
Tuna fish on pizza? Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's fantastic, man. That's one of the things that the first day I got there, I went to my mom's place. She picked me up from the airport. She had made the reindeer stew because she knew I liked it. And then I told her, like one thing I want to do before I leave is eat tuna pizza. And actually, it was the very last night when I finally got it. I was so busy, just like didn't stop by to eat junk, but yeah.
All right, Matt, Mikko, let me ask something real quick. I'm gonna ask Matt because he's the expert. We all know that. All right, So
Expert.
what
Definitely.
would be the ridiculous comparison between, say, anchovies on a pizza, which while also might be gross, is accepted, as opposed to tuna on a pizza?
I'm sorry. What was your question?
Yeah. What?
What's the difference between anchovies and tuna? Why is anchovies acceptable and tuna would not be?
I don't
Aren't
know. I would
anchovies
not
like
put anchovies on
marinated
my
or
pizza
something?
either.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate anchovies. I've had them in Spain, and they're gross. They're like, ugh. I'm not talking about
Oh,
it in a
man,
can
It's
either.
tuna fish.
Yeah.
No,
So
I was
that's
legit.
big.
I was legit asking because I know anchovies is a somewhat acceptable topping. So I'm wondering, is tuna that far of a stretch from anchovies?
But it's served differently. Actually, it's hard to find anchovies in pizza in Finland, and those are actually like actual fishes there, like small fish, right? Anchovies. I had once, I think. So, but yeah, but tuna is scrambled, so it spreads really well.
So
Tuna is a
Mikko,
bit dry sometimes, but yeah.
what you're in when you go back, you're around Helsinki, right?
Yeah.
What I'm looking at the pizzerias now. Where's your pizzeria? I'm seeing Alphonse Pizza. I'm seeing Soprano's Pizzeria.
Oh, so the place I went to was called, I think it's Meikun Pizza Kebab. So it's Maikun. The place called Meila. I think I have to spell it out for you. But it's pizza and kebab because that's how it usually works. How is pizza and kebab combined?
Oh, it's like a kebab place where you get like halal stuff.
No, it's mainly just kebab. But yeah, so that. Oh, nice. Wish I was there.
Oh, here it is. Manskun Pizza and Kebab. I found it. There you go.
Yeah,
that looks good.
But yeah, so that's the place. I've been there before, but the owners keep changing every 4 years or so. I don't know, because of tax purposes or something. Sometimes they change the name. But that's the thing about Finland, though. I was there, nothing had changed in 2 years. Everything was the same. When I was leaving, this one sushi buffet went out of business. But now they have opened a new one on its place. So it's that's the only change over there. Everything's, I don't know, it's slow over there.
Well, if you want to see where Mikko enjoys his pizza, it's manskunpizza.fi. Go check it out.
Yeah.
This is a pretty nice place. I'm sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, it's okay. You mentioned that things are opening up now. You're wrestling again in Portland. Do you have things coming up in the near future?
I just announced I have a match scheduled on January 2nd. So December seems kind of empty right now and might not be able to wrestle live here. But yeah, January 2nd, Hillsboro, Oregon. I'll be there. So.
Do you know who you're wrestling against?
Yes, I do, but I'm not gonna announce it yet. I gotta ask the promoter first. I don't wanna, sometimes things change, so it might be 2 weeks from now, somebody can't make it or something. So before it's official, but I'm there. I should be there.
Yeah.
So what is it?
You probably get booked more if you stopped eating gross pizza.
No, what the hell you say?
It just looks like it makes me want to shit my pants looking at it.
This is the guy who makes.
I don't know what the things on the pizza are. I can't tell what's what.
Oh, so the black dots over there. Those are clams. They're clams over there. You can't really see tuna because tuna is shredded under the cheese, and then you might see those. Then there's. Shrimp. If you can see some pink dots over there, then that's shrimp.
Oh man, how are you not losing weight by just having stomach problems?
Hey, the Americano pizza is a Hawaiian pizza. It's got pineapple and ham.
It's even worse.
No, that's fantastic.
I don't know
I'm
what's
trying to
worse.
think what would be an equivalent meal to a seafood pizza. There's other things that got to be close to that, right? And just because it's on a pizza makes it gross.
Yeah, if you guys think about tuna melt, it's a bit much the same thing. It's bread and melted cheese, tuna. I mean, you put the mayonnaise on it. I guess that's the American thing. Nobody eats tuna here. Everybody eats tuna salad. That's weird to me because I eat tuna from the can.
I put
So-
ketchup and mustard on pizza sometimes.
Oh, you
Huh.
are a fucking heathen.
Here,
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Domino's has a cheeseburger pizza. I tried that once. They had it. I think they added like mustard on it.
A couple weeks ago, I got the hand tossed pan with cheesesteak and cheddar cheese. It was very good.
And you wonder why you shit your pants.
Yeah.
I-
First of all,
dude,
Matt,
I-
you don't need any extra incentive to shit your pants. That's pretty
Well,
much
I
a daily occurrence for you.
I got to tell you, Kev, the other morning I was getting ready to take my kid to school and I was farting on the porch. I had to go CYP before I left the house. Thankfully, the clock didn't reset. It was
Ooh.
close.
I'm intrigued. But, the Ninja Turtles used to eat the most weird pizzas ever. And they're
Those
legends.
are fucking that's a cartoon. They're not real.
Oh man, imagine a big
It's
cartoon.
still
shit.
real to me, David.
Yeah,
Look
what's
at
wrong
Miko.
with you?
Look
How
at Miko
dare
Bifo.
you?
That guy just followed us on Twitter.
Miko
nice.
Bifo?
Yeah, he's following me too. Yeah.
No, it's the still real to me, damn it, guy.
Yeah.
All right, well, Kevin, here's what you can do. Here's your homework. Go down to the shop, right? Buy
Lay it
yourself
on
a
me.
little pre-made crust. Get your tomato sauce. Get your tuna. Get whatever other gross shit you want to put on a pizza. Make it. Then you
All
can
right.
eat it on the air next week, and you can give us a review.
All right, so here's what I'll do.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not going to do the crust thing. I'm not going to do that. I will order a pizza, a plain pizza, and then add appropriately.
Nah, you got to bake that
No.
shit into the cake, man. Like that shit's got to go in the
Miko said
oven.
that the tuna is shredded and it's under the cheese.
Yeah.
Well, what if I put it over the cheese? How would that be?
Nah.
Then you're gonna cook it again? That seems like you're just taking. You gotta.
I'll get the pizza.
You're
I will
being,
spread the tuna on top of the pizza, and then I will put it back in the oven or the microwave, whatever, and then I will eat it.
You got a microwave tuna fish
oh, God,
I do
you're
it every day.
Right.
Tuna casserole, Tony.
in a microwave?
What are you out of your mind to reheat it? Yes.
No, you got to bake that shit, bro.
It's art to reheat it. I have to put it back in the oven.
Yeah.
Do you understand what you're saying right now?
Yeah, I put my shit in a toaster oven. I put on a little
A
fucking
plate
parchment
of tuna
paper.
casserole, I have to put back into the oven instead of the microwave.
Miko, what say you?
I don't know. I haven't really eaten tuna casserole. Maybe like once in my life or so. So I don't have preference.
So in
But-
other words,
but-
nothing.
Yeah, but guys. So let's see on the NXT Year 22. Like I might be coming to New Jersey. No promises, man. But like you never know. You never know how this thing come out. But maybe we can do a live podcast there, cooking with Mikko Maestro.
Oh,
He's
I
booking,
guess
he's
how-
booking
how to
himself
make-
again. He's
Yeah, we
booking
can-
himself again
I
in
love
it.
studio.
I fucking
So
love
we can do tuna pizza and some good old reindeer. Or we can do reindeer pizza. That's good too. You can put the reindeer and salami on it. Yeah, this Christmas special, Christmas cooking special with Mikko Maestro.
it. Dude, we got to find a butcher that has reindeer around here.
There's got
Oh,
you can
man.
have it shipped.
Probably, yeah, probably.
It's big in Alaska too, Miko. So I don't feel it's not just you.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Oh,
can
yeah.
deal with that.
Ha-
But yeah, that's Finland for you guys, man. Happy Independence Day! 104 years of independence against Russia. So that's a big win over there. Yeah,
How are you not a promoter, Miko?
wrestling promoter.
Yeah, like how are you not one? Considering you're always booking yourself on this show.
No, that's how I get booked to the shows. You know, I just talk online and then I appear. You know, most of your success is all about appearance. You know, just get in there and
Miko, glorious holiday that you celebrate. I need to ask you, does anybody in Finland call it Findependence Day?
Oh, fuck off.
no, because we call it that. I think that's actually pretty good, but
Goddamn
no,
right.
in Finnish language, because it's itsenäisyyspäivä.
Oh, that's
So
that
you
was
can't
close.
really, yeah. So you can't put the F in it. You know, you have to get the F out.
So, when
Yeah, it doesn't work.
so when you say that, do you say kunkadunk afterwards?
It's
Now
itsenäisyyspäivä.
you're just being insulting, Tony.
No, what
And
was
then
it?
if you want to like say like Happy Independence Day, that's hyvää itsenäisyyspäivää.
Oh, what's oh my god, what's the thing we used to say?
Kakun kayot or something like that, right?
Ottaa kakan.
Ota kakan.
What does that mean again, Miko?
It's like takes a dump, like
What is
picks
it?
up a poop. Either way, it translates to 2 ways, I guess. You know? Yeah.
I love how the translation is picks up a poop.
Yeah. Hold on.
So Mikko, in your youth, did you take part in these Finnish Independence Day traditions? Did you watch the film The Unknown Soldier?
I did. Yes.
Did you watch The Castle Ball?
I did not. It's crazy because they only show the entrance, so it's the president shaking hands for like hour and a half or so. So that's the show. But people want to see who's invited. You know what they're wearing. So yeah, I think I was like in high school or so. We decided with my friends now we're gonna watch it. But the main thing is just to have reason, to get together and drink. So we just yeah. But we truly don't just watch it. Why the hell not? Yeah.
Do you collect the commemorative coins?
No, I think I have one of them. Yeah, but I don't collect them. No.
Right.
I used to light up a candle for the memory of the fallen.
Right.
So yeah.
All right.
Ah, that's legit.
Yeah, we remember the fallen here by having barbecue and Heinekens and fireworks and all that stuff.
Yeah, in Finland, Monday is a good day to have the Independence Day because that's a holiday, so you can celebrate on Sunday, have a long weekend. It's an excellent day to have it because that's how Finns usually celebrate. Like Labor Day is May 1st, and people always celebrate the day before. Like I was here in States, like on 4th of July, and people celebrate on the day off, but it makes no sense because the next day I have to go to work or whatever. Because in Finland we would celebrate in the 3rd of July and then just sleep over the actual holiday. Yeah, it's drinking is very, very big part of the Finnish culture, but who can blame us? It's fun. I enjoy it. The Finlandia vodka. Actually, I think I've had Finlandia vodka only in the United States. Never had it in Finland. That's weird. Yeah.
The United States did not recognize the independence of Finland till May 7th, 1919.
Wow.
And the last country to recognize Finland's Independence Day was the United States.
Probably took a long time for the message to get here. We're still talking about like the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Maybe telegraph. I don't know. How else would it get here? It's not like everybody's got a telephone at that point.
I'm getting all my information from the Wikipedia too. So if anything's wrong, just take it up with them. They're looking for donations.
Oh, they always are. It's like we get tons of shit wrong. Please support us.
Now, oh, sorry.
Just one. I want to ask you guys. It's been a while since I've been on the show. Tony, did you ever try my video game? Because when I was off from I didn't have wrestling shows going on. I had this side project. So we made this Mikko Maestro, the wrestler, the game. Did I ever link it to you?
I think you did. I couldn't get it working on my MacBook.
Oh,
I do remember that.
Yeah, the guy who programmed it said that it should only run in Windows, I guess. So that might be the problem. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking about it. I'm trying to think what's happened between. I wrestled in Idaho and Washington because they were, in driving distance, but they were more open than Oregon. So that's where I made my comeback. And
okay, what was it like wrestling in Idaho? I'm very curious.
Oh well, that was fun, because it's this promotion called Lucha Libre Portland, and now they got booked in Idaho Taco Festival. So like three weekends in a row, and I think it was called Jerome, Idaho. There's 11,000 people living there. So we got there, and then the thing was there was 6 of us, I think. Wait, Coyote, Adam Extreme, Capone. No, I think there was like 7 or 8 of us either way. But like me and Malcolm Flex drove there, and we were considered the American wrestlers. They had they would call the Mexican wrestlers and the American wrestlers. Although I'm from Finland, but yeah, it was interesting. Some of the guys over there didn't really speak English, and oh, look at that, nice.
Motsbox says, "Wow, my wife is from Jerome, Idaho. What a small world."
Yeah. But yeah, it was like a 9-hour drive or so, and I think the first night there was 16 people or so it really bound. But later on, it was really nice. One time there's double booking, so the live band was playing at the same time as the wrestling was on. So that was kind of weird, But yeah, good times. I hadn't been wrestling for a while. The drive was nice, looking at the scenery over there. The hotel was nice. I can't complain. Yeah, it's had a couple of matches. I didn't really get footage from it. The shoot so far away, so I didn't release any of the stuff. Because the quality was it's just like filming a phone or something. So I don't know if there's like any official footage somewhere, but I never reached it. There was this photographer there who told me that he'll send me pictures of the show, but I haven't seen them yet, so I don't know.
Probably still getting them developed. Probably still getting them developed at the Kodak kiosk. So let me get this straight. Lucha Libre Portland had a show in Idaho at a taco festival.
Yeah, there was the taco festival tour. There was 3 different towns, and we went to Jerome on the one that I was on. So yeah,
only in America.
Only in
America. Lucha Libre in Idaho. There you go. At a taco festival.
Yeah.
And you were one of the American wrestlers.
Yeah. And the announcer announced me from UK, so I don't know. I mean, like we didn't really have the common language, so I mean, who cares? It's Jerome. So there's like 11,000 people.
Do you wrestle in a mask?
No. I was just like doing my thing, and just me being me. Good time.
What about this? What about this game that you casually just said you sent to Tony? What's this all about, there, buddy?
Your video game.
This Mikko Maestro Wrestle Fest 97.
I gotta send the link to you, Matt. If you get it to work. I haven't played. I mean, my laptop is broken right now, so I couldn't get it to work anyway. It's a side scroller with 3 levels. The thing is, because I was talking with this guy. Actually, I was talking with the Japanese game company first. They wanted to make a game about me, and I was like, okay, like it sounded too big to be true, and nothing ever came out of it, But I like the idea. I was thinking, like, yeah, like I could have my own game. So I contacted some coders or like people who make video games, and for each and every person, I said like here's the budget, like. All I want is a game. It doesn't have to be good. Just like a game with me on it, And then this one guy got back to me. It's like, yeah, sure, I can make it. And said like, that he doesn't do the graphics. He had done side scroller before, so I said you can use this stock material, and I'll make the characters. So the character, there's like 3 frames that I hand drew and took a picture of it, and on MS Paint I colored it, and then I put my face on it with MS Paint. I asked Dr. Luther if he wanted to be the bad guy of the game, and he said that we couldn't use the name, so that's why the main villain was called Dr. Salem, because that's where I met Luther back when I moved into Oregon. So that's some trivia about the game. But yeah, so I'll not if I can multitask. Can you guys still see me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, am I on? Wait, I have 2 phones. I was thinking if I can dig up some, like link it to you, Matt, or something. But I can do it after the show too. I doubt that you can get it to work right away.
Yeah, you don't have to send it out. Send it over through the Twitter. That'd be fun to check out.
Yeah. But like I said, I think it only works on Microsoft computers, I think. But yeah.
I've been trying for the last 15 minutes to figure that out.
Please.
What is the first one?
Please play it again.
Is that what it was? Was that it?
No, we had like Ottaa Kakan was the one. I know what the first word is. I can't hear it.
What's the first word? Hold on.
Is it Anus?
Yeah, Anus Kakun is what I got right here.
There you go.
Anus Kakun.
But that wasn't it.
I think I know what the first word is. Am I wrong?
I'm trying. Could someone give me the line in English that we had?
Yeah, it's like pick up a shit or something like that.
But
it's either takes a poop or picks up a poop. I don't know. It means the same thing.
I think it's takes the poop. I think it takes the poop.
Anos Kakun.
I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
So guys, do you have plans in February? February. Let's see when is there going to be a Monday? Let's see.
We're booking Mikko. I love it.
Like Alpha.
Did you guys know we don't? Yeah, that's So the way it was before is ottaa kakan, which means that you're picking a particular poop. Ottaa kakka means you're just picking up poop like from a pile. Just like let's say it's a pile, and you can take just a handful out of it. That's what you.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Well, your Mondays in February are the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th.
Well, you know what? You know what's on 14th? We don't celebrate Valentine's Day in Finland. We have Friends Day, ystävänpäivä, instead. We celebrate all the friendships. So I wish I had some friends on this show. I could come then, but now I don't know. It doesn't look like it. So, but that's a fun fact. We don't have Valentine's Day in Finland. No, it's the Friends Day.
Friends Day.
Friends
I like that
Day,
better.
yeah.
Kevin's been in the friend zone every Valentine's Day.
Oh.
It's a great point by Matt.
I was just making a joke, Kevin. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry. It was hurtful, but I accepted it.
That's why I said I'm sorry. I felt bad after I said it. So what do you want?
So yeah, Matt. So if you can book my flights now, it might be cheaper. We can go there.
Sorry, what? Come on. If I can book your flights, look.
Thanks, millionaire Matt.
Yeah,
Why not?
Spend on action figures.
Anus Kakun.
Yeah, if you come and announce my cocoon. Right. So when do you want to book yourself?
Hey, President's Day is the 21st. I think everybody's
I'm
off,
writing
no?
this down.
All right. You want to come out on President's Day? We celebrate the great presidents of this country.
Or from Finland, like Sauli Niinistö or Tarja Halonen. Tarja Halonen is a female president, by the way, so that's first Finnish female president.
She hot?
Pretty dope.
I mean, I think you have to Google it. I think.
Oh, all right. Now we got something to look up. Never mind the pizza.
Tarja Halonen. So it's Tarja. Halonen is Halonen. Tarja Halonen.
Mikko, I'm sure, I don't know if you know this. We actually had the first ever time in history where a female operated presidential duties while the current president was getting his butt checked out.
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The prime minister or president?
Former president Tarja Halonen. Right? Close.
You guys familiar with Conan O'Brien? It's
Yes.
like the number one talk show in Finland. I mean, now it doesn't air anymore, but so there's a joke around that Tarja Halonen looked like Conan O'Brien. So Conan actually ended up coming all the way to Finland and did live show over there because that joke got so over at some point. So
Mikko.
yeah.
Who is Sanna Marin? She's a prime minister?
Sanna Marin, yeah. The current prime minister.
Oh, mama.
She's good looking. This Tarja, she looks like your grandmother. She's gonna make your reindeer stew. Nice lady, but I would not.
And she'll reheat it in the microwave.
Oh, Matt.
Wow.
Matt. She could make me reindeer stew any day of the week. Twice on Sunday.
Tarja, hello.
Conan O'Brien.
Halonen.
What's her name? Tarja Hershey?
Yeah, she kind of looks like Conan O'Brien. Yeah. Oof. Yikes.
Am I Googling
come on,
the
be nice.
president or the prime minister?
I found
Prime
president.
Minister.
Yeah. Well, the prime minister's not. She's a handsome lady.
Handsome. That's a terrible word to use to describe a woman.
How is that? How is that bad?
handsome?
She's very good looking.
Man,
A
this lady
tab
was
is handsome.
president for 12 years.
God damn.
Yeah, because we do it 6 years at a time. So if you're re-elected, that's another 6 years. Over here, we do it 4 at a time, but it's 6 years in Finland.
Good for
Wow.
her. And her birthday is December 24th. Good for her.
Yeah.
Ah, she's doing Jesus's work.
Getting screwed on Christmas presents each and every year.
You don't have a lot of presidents. Oh, forget 1919. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Finnish
10,
president. Let's see who's
12.
Well, the country's only been in existence for a little over a century. I mean, my
All
God.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So Mikko, I just Googled the Finnish president, and I'm getting a dude with a lot of goofy faces.
And a lot of
Yes.
umlauts in his name, too.
Oh, Sauli Niinistö. You know, guys, so when I was living in Finland, I was renting this, I was living in this apartment building. and Sauli Niinistö used to live in that same apartment building. I remember because my friend lived there also. So on different times, I lived in the same house as Sauli Niinistö. Yeah, the president.
That's pretty cool.
Matt, you know who the Finnish president looks like he's doing in his Google pictures? It's like he's doing like Jaka's Flush Friday in every picture.
Google, you guys had the same president for 26 years?
What?
Oh yeah, Urho Kekkonen. That's they said he was the only one who could talk to the Russians, so they made an exception with him that he got re-elected every time.
Interesting. I'm fascinated by this shit.
I actually am too, Matt. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, his picture too don't look like he's a dude you'd want to fuck with.
No.
He looks like like either he's constipated or like just really serious.
He's doing Pazuzu Flesh Friday.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, back in Finland, I have that. You guys know the iconic Che Guevara T-shirt with the red shirt with the black print. I have one of those, but instead there's President Kekkonen on it. So that's pretty dope.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So when do you think you're going to come out to New Jersey, Mikko?
I'll keep you guys informed. I've been talking with a couple of promoters, and I don't want to get my hopes up, But if it doesn't happen in 22, then I'm really surprised. But that's the cultural difference. Like in the States, if somebody says something's going to happen, it's like 30% chance it's actually going to happen. You don't have these honest Finns. Like if something is said, that's how it's going to be. Here it's kind of shady, especially in the entertainment business. So yeah, I mean, I don't know when I'm wrestling there, but if you book the flights now, Matt, I think I can make it on the Friends Day. We can celebrate.
I gotta know.
Friendship.
I'm not gonna fly you out here if you're not gonna do any work.
I can make it tuna pizza.
No, I'm not gonna put you to work. I don't want to watch you make pizza. I want to watch you wrestle, Mikko. Oh, this guy. One of these days, we're going to do a show with you, and we're going to have wrestling to talk about.
Yeah, hope so.
I want to see Mikko take on friend of the show, Tombstone Jesus. I think that's a main event. And nobody else does, apparently.
No, I'm with you. I was waiting for his response. That's all.
No, I haven't seen his work yet. I started following him on Twitter when I found because of the name. I was tagged in something. Probably somebody called out the match, me against him. And it's just an interesting name. I thought that I gotta follow this guy. So
he's a he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. You
He's
can
in
check
good
out his
shape.
if you go to fight.tv, they got tons of stuff of Devotion Championship out of Utah. He's on there all the time. It's absolutely free. You can check it out anytime you want.
Yeah, Utah is not too far away, actually. I've been there. I think it's like a 12-hour drive or something. Yeah.
Maybe a little longer than that, but it's in your neck of the woods as opposed to us, where it would be like 5 days to get there.
Yeah. But now the thing is, actually, I worked in Massachusetts back in 2017 or so. So
Matthew Birch is suggesting that we actually book a wrestling show and just book Mikko for the show. Matt, your thoughts?
Sure.
All right, there it is.
Matt, I have an idea. What about you book a wrestling show and I book myself in that show? Just to keep up with the tradition,
Holy shit, Mikko's like the Virgil of our show.
I thought that was a no-brainer.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Oh, good times, guys.
Radio silence.
Radio silence. But it's getting dark over here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but in Finland it got dark around 4 o'clock. It was crazy. And all the cars are still, stick gear and roads are icy. So when I went to the spa, it was 6-hour drive. So that was something. And there's no RBs that you can stop in. There's no drive-ins really. That's the problem. You can have to stop in a gas station. You can't really drive through to pick up some, reindeer.
No, not pick up. What is wrong with
pick up all the reindeer you want, Mikko?
Don't leave the rain. It's goddamn holiday season. It's Christmas season. We're not talking about eating fucking reindeer on the show.
Get reindeer steaks. Get reindeer
my foot down.
sausage. Get reindeer everything.
Some jerky. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. I would get my jerky with a fucking light up red tip on it too. I'd be
You
like,
are a
look, I'm eating
fucking jerk.
fucking Rudolph.
You fucking jerk off.
I'm a jerk off? No, thank you, sir. If I'm starving, Rudolph's going bye-bye. That's all I'm saying.
Miko, what do you got planned for the holidays?
He's going to your house.
I ain't flying him out, but if he needs a place to go, he can come here.
There you go.
Well, maybe I have to start driving. I know it's like 5-day drive. I might make it to the holidays. Yeah. No.
If you need a place to go, my door's always open.
Oh yeah. Cool. So, but yeah, no, I don't know. I haven't really, since I came from Finland. I more has been like settling in. I gave my neighbor my car keys, so I went to pick it up because I usually street park where I'm at, and people have been messing with my rear view mirror. Like they take one piece out of it and throw it on the ground. Because there's like the mirror that keeps it on. The side mirror. What do you call it? On the side, so
the rear, the
side mirror.
Oh, you got
side mirror, yeah. So I know some kids been messing with it, probably because I had California license plates for a long time. So I just didn't feel comfortable leaving my car on the side of the street for a while. So I asked my neighbor if I could park the car at his place, and I gave the keys just in case it becomes inconvenient. So he has to move it around or something. So it's doing stuff like that, picking up the keys, buying some food, starting making food. Like I said, eating broccoli and tuna again, getting leaner, and going back to the store because I didn't buy enough food. That happens to me at least once a day. So like around 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I run to the store again just to buy more food. So,
Wait, Miko, are people like targeting your car? Or are they doing this to all the cars on the block?
I don't know. I haven't noticed or like heard anything about it, but it happened to my car like 4 times. First time I was actually going to Arby's, and the guy on the drive-in said that your mirror is broken, and I saw the blinker was like hanging from it, from the cord. And I was like, how did this happen? Like that, run into something? And I was just confused. I came back home, and then I found the other piece nearby. Whatever it's called, lasikuitu. I don't know how it translates in English, but yeah. So somebody just, I don't know if they kick it or just pull it out or something. But I can always put it in like Legos. It's not broken. But it's not pain in the ass, and you get the moisture in it, and no, it's not good.
Is there a big Oregon California beef, or if you have a California plate in Portland, your car will get destroyed?
Yeah, you get honked at a lot and yelled at. It's like the thing is happening that people are moving in. Like I'm not Californian myself, I did live there for a while. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I guess people are buying in, especially in Portland. Nobody here really is from Oregon. People have just moved in, from wherever, to live in Portland. And Finland. If I understood correctly, when I've been talking with can you call them like Oregon natives, Oregonians? A lot of people say the same thing, that it's like people from especially from Silicon Valley keep moving in here and racking up the prices. So then the actual people from Oregon can't afford to live in Portland, because these jerks from the Bay keep moving in. So I don't know if that's true, but I heard the story so many times, so I think that might be the reason. But because of the pandemic, but because of the pandemic, I don't know too many people over here. So we've got like 9 to 12 people that I actually can say that I know of, because for the first year or so, I was pretty much just indoors. So. Yeah.
So what in the wrestling world have you been keeping up with lately?
Can you repeat that?
What in the wrestling world have you been keeping up with lately?
What I've been watching or what I've been doing?
Both.
So my last match was in Finland like 2 weeks ago. Before that, so like I said, I got booked in Idaho and Washington. The things started like picking up, around like September. I started training, like we couldn't do in-ring practice. So in June we got to do that. So that's great. Got to train, just going to the gym 4 times a week, and then going to the ring, once or twice sometimes, but on weekly basis. That was great. And then starting to get booked, and also realized that I didn't do my wrestling licenses for this year. So that's why I didn't, because the place like Tennessee and Kentucky, you need the actual wrestling license. And it's like a yearly thing, so I didn't feel like applying just for a couple of months. So hopefully I'll be I mean, the contacts are still open, and I can make those travels next year. But gotta get the license redone. Anyway, yeah. So it's nice we have some match important. That's great, you know, because it's just like in driving distance for me, and it's like my new hometown. What I've been watching. So in the morning when I wake up and drinking my coffee, I always so my internet provider gives me Peacock for free, so I get the WWE Network. So I keep watching WCW from like '97 because I always liked the stuff, but I never saw it live because wrestling mainly hit Finnish television around 2001, and I started watching around that time. So I'd be very curious. I had the video games, you know, for the Nintendo 64 and stuff, you know. So I like, because I know all the guys, you know. There's Conan, La Parka, you know, Hector Garza, whatever, you know. So yeah. Oh, Alex Wright. Alex was one of the greatest. Like very underrated talent. I was like Alex Wright, you know. Yeah, that's the dance. Yeah.
That's gotta be the dance you do. When you mentioned you dance to the ring, that's what I thought of.
Yeah, it's pretty similar, yeah. But I keep going. He stops still. I keep moving forward, you know, because I got to greet all the fans, you know. So that's, but yeah, that's make the entrance one of my favorite things in the world. I always enjoyed it. So making them monies, bringing the bills. So
that's $7.
Mikko Money Maestro. But yeah, so that's
pizza.
So I mean, I guess next time fans can just bring me cans of tuna instead, you know, just like keep putting them in my tights. Then I can do like a leg drop or something.
I would bring 30 cans of tuna and just stuff them all down your pants, and then make you have to deal with taking them out before you wrestle.
Yeah, because he wouldn't stop you from sticking 30 cans of tuna down his pants.
Of course he wouldn't. He loves that shit.
Oh man, I can imagine the referee comes to check in, checks the boots, nothing there. He comes up to the tie, like,
pulling out cans of tuna.
Like, one can after another. Like, what is this? What is?
Yo, and then you have one like super hidden, like, and then you just like hold it up to the crowd, and you just buy somebody with a can of tuna. I'm in. Mika, we got this.
Yeah, maybe you guys know like the Joey Ryan entrance. He has the lollipop, puts in the crowd. Maybe we just have like a can opener, just open a can of tuna and keep feeding it to the front row, you know. Just like,
yeah.
Ew.
For like a plastic fork with you, just scoop it out.
Yeah. Exactly. Look at Matt's face.
You guys are fucking gross.
Listen,
It's funny. I have a friend.
Miko,
So good.
I like it.
Why are you covering your mouth?
What are you doing, Miko?
You know, I'm trying to show that I'm listening. I'm not talking over you guys. So yeah.
Now batting number 7.
Well, Miko, it's always a pleasure to catch up with you. At Mikko Maestro on not on Instagram, on Facebook, at Miko.Maiko.
Maestro.
Jesus.
Mikko
Michael,
Maiko.
bro, you gotta want it.
The cold meds are fucking killing me. At Mikko Maestro on Twitter, at Miko.Maestro on Instagram. He also has t-shirts for sale at prowrestlingtees.com/Mikko Maestro. Hopefully he gets out to the East Coast in January. As the show progresses, I feel like I look worse and I sound worse. So this will be fun.
No, you look better.
Yeah, so thanks guys for having me. So like I said, this is like the fifth time. Now it's echoing for me, so I can't really hear. Hope you guys can hear me. But thanks for having me. Good times, and yeah, I don't talk about wrestling too much, or I don't think I mentioned Ludwig Borga, although it's the Independence Day, so it's like the most famous Finnish wrestler. Never forget. He was in the parliament. He never ran for president, so unfortunately.
Is it unfortunate though?
No, man. He would have been the only like. I mean, no, he never won the championship though. He cut the Tatanka streak. But I want to tell about the tags before I leave. So that's true. My Instagram and Twitter don't match because what happened was I first had Twitter, so I tried to create Instagram and name Mikko Maestro was taken. I was like, who would take that name? And there's like a dog. You can look. It's Instagram. There's this dog. If you add Mikko Maestro, And then I contacted the owner, like, did you name your dog after me? And they said, like, oh, this is the funniest stuff ever. You know, like, the dog's called Mikko. They always call him Maestro. So they made the page Mikko Maestro. So, because I was thinking, who came up with that name? So that's why I made Mikko that Maestro. But unfortunately, when I'm back on Twitter to change my tag, you can put dots on the Twitter tag. So now they're separated. All right.
Look at that. He's a 10-year-old dog. Oh, he'll be dead soon. You'll be fine.
Yeah, this dog's smart.
He's a little cute guy. Look at this little feller. Oh, he's in the kitchen.
Wish death upon a dog and then just say, oh, he's a little cute guy.
I didn't wish death upon a dog. Father time takes its toll eventually. Dogs don't live very long, people. I hate to be the guy to say it.
Oh, brother.
All right, he's 10, so you might be able to get this handle in a couple of years. I'm just saying. Do I want the dog to die? No. Stop. Don't be ridiculous. Oh, look, he looks so funny.
All right, so follow Mikko Maestro, the dog, on Instagram.
And follow Mikko.Maestro, the wrestler, on Instagram.
Next week we'll have the dog on the show.
And if you're ever in Helsinki, check out Manscoon Pizza and Kebab. There you go. Well, Mikko, I guess enjoy your holidays. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I guess we'll see you in February.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's keep in touch. I'll try to find the download link for the game for Matt. And maybe we can talk about that next time and just try to avoid. The goal is always talk less and less about wrestling and more about like Finnish culture and Tony Halme pro skater and I don't know.
That's fine with us.
I think we do a great job. We talked a lot about the Finnish history, and we talked about your video games, and we talked about your wrestling.
Yep. Good times. Okay, guys, but hey, I'll let you have the next guest over, and we'll see probably in February. February 14th, Friends Day, and February 21st, the President's Day, February 28th.
Mikko Maestro Day.
You gotta just DM me on the side and let me know what day you want to come back, okay?
Okay, I'm glad to hear that I'm still welcome. Thank you. Okay, guys.
You're always
Have a good
welcome.
night.
Nico.
Thanks for
Enjoy.
joining
Have a
us,
happy
Mikko.
holiday. Be safe.
Happy holidays, brother.
Same to you guys.
Mikko Maestro, everyone. Be sure to follow him. Great friend of the show.
The legend.
And if you're new to the show and you don't know the Mikko Maestro story, I will quickly tell it to you. We booked our anniversary show last year with surprise guests, and Tony booked Mikko Maestro, but didn't tell him it was a surprise. So the night before, when he tagged us on Twitter, like, I can't wait to be on podcast tomorrow night. And I was like, screen capped it and sent it to Tony and Kevin. And I was like, Tony, you booked this guy?
I was like, yes, I did.
I think it's the best decision we've ever made, to be honest with you.
Yo, we're getting a lot of echo. Is something going
We
on?
are. I am too.
I am not. Is it on my end?
No, I don't hear it with you, Matt, but I hear it with myself and Tony.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I was actually going to leave and come back, but I thought it was me. But Mikko had it too.
Did he really? I haven't heard any echoing at all. Oh no.
Well, maybe maybe this is a good time to take a little break ski.
Oh, I think it's better.
Let me leave and come back then.
No, you sound fine. Like
So do you, actually.
No. There we go.
All
How
right.
do I sound?
Oh,
You
Matt,
fucking-
like a delight.
Like a gem. Tony, are you leaving us? You got a bunch of shit you got to take care of?
Yes, unfortunately, I didn't. I know you guys were looking forward to having me speak to my boy Mikko, so I wanted to join in for this, but I will be bowing out.
Do you care to pontificate quickly on NWA Hard Times 2?
Yeah, it's your baby.
It was an okay show overall. I mean, the main event was a little just kind of there.
Oh,
I know. Kevin, did you watch it? You saw your
What?
you didn't see it? Do you know?
I watch it.
All right. Matt Cardona made his presence felt at the end of the show and sent the Pope to the hospital.
That's right.
So there's that.
I have a hot take.
What's that?
I would 1,000% much rather see Matt Cardona as the NWA World Champion than Trevor Murdoch.
You know, a lot of people have been saying that, and I think there's a lot of folds to it. One, I mean, they're trying to help Trevor connect, which is good. It's just not there. Two, they've been giving Nick Aldis a lot of time now that he's a face. And I think people like Nick Aldis more now that he's like on the good side of things. Plus he's in there with a guy like Tom Latimer, who's like really good, but just doesn't get his due. And yeah, for some reason, I think a lot of people are of the opinion that Trevor's better in the chase than he is as the champ, which is a way a lot of the NWA was traditionally booked to begin with. So maybe this is a changing of the guard. Is Matt Cardona the answer? Not sure.
Yeah, but
But-
here's the flaw in that theory, which I usually tend to agree with. If you didn't buy him as the champ the first time, what's going to change the second time? Is it who he beats? Is it who he finally gets the belt from? Trevor Murdoch? Like, if people didn't give a shit about him as the champ the first time, which I totally disagree with because I did, and I do. Like, what's going to change in that philosophy in terms of?
Well, maybe he just doesn't win the belt back. Maybe he chases and he comes up short, and then they open it up for somebody else at this point. You know, we
All
don't
right.
need like 7 or 8 time world champions anymore. We don't, you know? And I mean, Nick Aldis is only a 2-time champ. You know, the only guy he lost the belt to was Cody before this.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting thought. Kate suggests Tyrus.
No,
I'm
go
terribly
away.
against that.
No, get out. Kate,
I'm not.
Kate's
I'm
being
not,
sarcastic. You're running away with it, and
I'm not. No.
serious about it.
I'm not 100% on board with it. But I got to be honest with you. I did enjoy the Scion match. First of all, I don't like that the NWA just allows people to come back after they've been banned from ringside, and they just go, "Oh well, no big deal. They're back."
Hold
even
on,
though they're
hold on
banned."
though. It's a no disqualification. It's a no DQ match. I didn't understand the purpose of it to begin with.
Well, maybe the Pope just wanted things to be fair, and then
That's
Pope
fine, but there was no rule set in place. It wasn't like the Tom Latimer Nick Aldis match where if you got disqualified, you were suspended for however long amount of time. The Pope was the special guest referee, and it was a no DQ match. So there was a giant loophole there where he could throw them out, but they could fucking come back. I'm with you. I thought it was dumb as shit.
I did like the match, though. I thought Scion looked fantastic in this match. I really do. He was given a lot against somebody that's been destroying everybody, you know? And it was a great plot device. Pope cost him the match. Now, Pope could have been a dick and not counted the pin, but Pope wasn't going to do that. He wanted to call it down
Good
the
to be
middle.
Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 97.
So maybe we got Scion and the Pope now, but the Pope's moving up. So is the Pope going to be battling with Matt Cardona now? I don't know.
Look, from my point of view, I don't think they did Trevor Murdoch any favors with this. This is his first pay-per-view as a champion. You set up a feud with Mike Knox that nobody fucking saw.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about Mike Knox.
Like,
It would have been better. They should have built to Jax Dane. They should have saved Jax Dane for this.
And how does Jack? I didn't even.
But he lost too, though.
Yeah, how does he fucking lose to Mims?
Well, he was getting cocky. That's why, and that's how. But on top of that, he's still got that title shot he can cash in. You know.
The Matt Cardona character, the way he's reinvented himself as the Deathmatch King and all this stuff, like for him to showing up in the NWA and he was not greeted warmly. Even Trevor Murdoch was like, "What the fuck are you doing here? I'm the champion." Like aligning himself with Knox, and I think Knox looks great. I just think this storyline was shit to get us.
There was no background to him. He came out and he attacked him at the show, and that was it. Like there was nothing there. He didn't even appear on TV.
All right, so we always use the term reinventing themselves, and it's almost kind of played itself out a little bit, but except when someone does it extremely well. Chris Jericho, Matt Hardy, anyone else you can think of off the top of your head?
I mean,
guys? Randy Orton. And I'm not putting Matt Cardona in any of those categories.
You know what, Kevin?
But Matt,
step out of character, and I'd say he's in that category.
I think you're right, Matt, because he comes off by saying that he's not a heel. I'm a babyface. I'm a babyface guy. I've always been a babyface, but he's doing completely stuff that has been outside his comfort zone for so long and what people did not expect of him and still don't expect of him. And just like showing up at NWA, no one saw that coming. He's still he's a babyface in Impact, which I actually didn't watch this week, but he's a babyface at Impact. But everywhere else, he's a complete. Like the stuff he does with GCW, like it's incredible. Like even his tweets, like are just so good.
He tweeted a picture with Paro today, and he said, "This is a happy to run into a real daddy, unlike that Effie."
Oh, wait,
That's a fucking shame that the end did not win the tag titles. That was some bullshit.
Was an awesome fucking tag match.
It was a great match, but that was some bullshit.
Yeah, but didn't the Rebellion just win the belts?
No, they won them a while ago, but the problem is they've never been really. I think maybe made one appearance on NWA TV. They haven't really been around. I think they took
So I guess so that's kind of the same thing as just winning them if they haven't been on, right? Like, doesn't that mean the run does? It's like does a tree fall in the woods and no one's around to hear? Does it really?
Yeah, but the NWA's been conducting business. Like the Hex has defended the titles how many times already?
Yeah, but they've been defending the titles in like Mexico.
Yeah, but that's not like they don't even mention it on NWA TV. It's like
so
that's non grata.
So that's my point. If they don't mention it, is the reign really as long as it is?
But then why still have the reign? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Joe Galley mentioned it during the pay-per-view when they came out.
What, did they go to Mexico? Whoop-de-doo.
Here, Kate says, push Clearwater. Thoughts on that one, Tony?
I was kind of into Clearwater. Clearwater made me laugh when he dressed as Scion for that interview. That was pretty funny. But Clearwater's got to get out of that fucking Black G's Tyrus and fucking what's his nuts stick. Awesome. Speaking of getting out of things, I know Kevin got firsthand knowledge of our all favorite fucking Velvet Time. Ooh, boy. The comments about people. You know what the fucked up thing is? She's bringing Tim Storm down with her. You don't know the comments are like, Tim Storm and Velvet Sky are terrible. No, Velvet Sky is terrible. Tim Storm is fine when he's with Joe Galley. They actually make a great team.
Matt, Tony, well, both, I guess. We're all here. Tim Storm is incredible on commentary.
That's what I mean, but he never gets to talk because his fucking stupid ass keeps interrupting everybody.
I agree. She needs to. You're right. The interruptions. If she chimed in when no one else was talking, it probably wouldn't be that bad.
It wouldn't be bad at all.
Like I always compare the two because they're so closely related in their career. And now Madison Rain's a wrestler on Impact, but she was so good on commentary because I'm not trying to say. All right, so this is gonna sound weird, but it's not. She waited. It goes the same for all categories. She waited her turn. All commentators need to wait their turn, regardless of what they do. They need to wait their turn. And Madison Rain was so good because not only did she apply insightful thoughts and insightful critiques, she waited her turn. Just like that's why I kind of don't like Matt Stryker. But like D'Lo Brown waits his turn. Pat freaking McAfee waits his turn.
Yeah, man. It's just look. Joe Galley's been like he's had great partners. Him and Jim Cornette were awesome. They replaced Jim Cornette with Stu Bennett. That was an awesome team. Stu Bennett leaves. Tim Storm comes in. That's an awesome team. Why they felt the need to stick Velvet Sky in there, I have zero idea. Maybe because they had Mae Valentine in the back and they didn't want to overload because they have Kyle Davis doing interview duty too. But oh my goodness.
I mean, Velvet Sky still has stuff to offer, and I think she's incredibly
not on commentary though.
Agreed. But we don't know that until someone and listen, people backstage there know a hell of a lot more than we do. I mean, we're just talking as fans here and watchers. So maybe they see something in her that we don't, but I just don't see anything in her as a commentator.
Sorry, Tony. I don't want to.
Go ahead.
Interrupt you, but it's the same thing with this show. If we talk all over each other, no one hears a fucking thing. You're trying to watch the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Tim Storm starts talking and then Velvet Sky's talking over him. If we as fans are noticing it, someone in production has to fucking be aware of it. And this is not the first. She's done it the whole tapings up until Hard Times. Someone has to be like, to Kevin's point, you need to wait your turn. It feels like she's like that person in the group that always has to chime in. And she doesn't. She doesn't always have to fucking say something. It's more important if you just wait your turn and then you drop your knowledge instead of going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, so-and-so's here. Oh my God, oh my God. Melina's a legend. Tim Storm just said she's a legend, though. She's a legend, though. Legend. Shut the fuck up, Velvet Sky.
Yeah. And
I'm happy Colby Carino got a big win. Good for him. Homicide defeated 4 people all by himself, so huzzah for that.
yeah, didn't see that coming. But happy
Austin,
for it.
the Austin Aries and Rhett Titus match was fucking unbelievable. They worked so well together. It was a sick match. I actually felt Rhett Titus might pull that one out.
Why is Austin Aries back, by the way? Like,
Got
why is he a
nothing else to
thing?
do.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Isn't he like a jerk too?
I mean, the whole wrestling business is full of jerks, so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good point.
And he shook Rhett Titus's hand after the match. They hugged. Everything was respect. I mean, he was a jerk for fucking Johnny Mundos when he fucking stood up after the Starship Pain and just left the ring. That was a dick move. You know. But he's been around. He wrestled MLW.
Yeah, you're right. You're
last,
right. I got to be confusing with somebody else then.
No, you're not. You're not. Most
No,
circles
because
think
he
he's-
gets on his fucking high horse out there in the Twitterverse and Instagram, and he's fucking. I think he's an anti-vaxxer, and I think
I don't give a shit about that. If that's
no, but it starts as that, and then it turns into, well, I know more than you, and he's name calling people and stuff like that. So he doesn't do himself any favors. Great talent in the ring,
right.
And to Tony's point, awesome match. But yeah, he comes off. He can comes off as a jerk, and the shit he did in Impact didn't do him any favors.
What did he do in Impact again?
He walked out on Johnny Mundo after he hit Starship Pain and won the title from him. He just got up and sold everything and left the ring.
Looks great in the Shining Wizards pink and black shirt, though.
Yeah, and he had some words for Don Callis on commentary as he left.
Yep. So sometimes he could be a bit of a handful. Let's put it that way.
You know what match I also really liked? OGK and Stevens and Kratos.
Yes. Great storytelling there with Stevens too. Stevens started out, oh, I didn't mean to poke you in the eye. I'm sorry. And it was like, no big deal. Then as the rest of the match went on, he became a bigger and bigger dick. It was fucking awesome. Awesome stuff. Were they going to win the belts? No way they were going to win the belts, but it was a great story and a great match.
Really enjoyed Mickey and Kira Hogan.
Good match there too. That's another one though.
Tony, I wrote this. I watched this really late. I watched this at like 12 o'clock to like 3 o'clock last night. But I remember writing down in my notes app here, Mickey James, Kara Hogan, match of the night for me.
Well, that's a good call.
That was an incredible. I'd watch that every single day. Just me, just one guy's opinion.
No, it was a really good match.
There were a lot of good matches on the show. It's just that, like, overall, the show just felt kind of there. You know,
you think it was because of the restrictions in the venue?
Yeah, that was weird too. Just like 40 or 50 people on camera, and the side seats were open and stuff. Yeah, but I
got over that pretty quick. Actually, I know I mentioned it in like our text, but like because I just thought they just didn't sell well. I didn't know how it had anything to do with restrictions because everyone else is running shows like whatever, and these guys had 35 people there.
Overall, good show. I dare say great. It just kind of felt flat. Like
Tony, Mike Knox is in your main event.
I mean, but there was so much other stuff that was good on there, you know?
Yeah. And I'm sure Mike Knox is a great guy, but it is what it is.
Oh.
Well, Kevin, you won the picks for the NWA.
Oh, well, I'm an NWA expert, clearly.
You won 9-4. Me and Tony won 8-5. We all lost Jack Stain. We all lost Sal Renaro.
Sal Renaro was the first guy eliminated, by the way. We completely picked that wrong.
All right, so I don't really watch your guys' picks until I pick mine, but that was the one that I was like, I don't know anything about this, so I'm going with what you guys say.
Well, they gave Sal Renaro. They gave him promos like "Now is my time," so I was like, yeah, maybe they'll give him a bone here. He's not going to win the title, but at least he gets to the match. And nope.
We all lost Scion.
That sucked.
Kevin took Tommy Lattimore.
Yeah, I lost
Tony took Doug Williams.
That was a mistake.
And
I didn't want to. I wanted to take Colby, and I changed that one. That pissed me off.
What did you think of the Aldis Latimer match?
Silly ending. I love the story. Just a silly, goofy ending.
It's an NWA ending, though.
No, I get it. I just feel like they kind of just rushed through that feud to get Nick Aldis a win. Does that sound right? I don't know.
No, I don't think it was right. I think there's more meat on the bone, and I think it really elevated Thomas Lattimore
Thank God.
because he looked fucking great.
What else we got? What else?
I mean, that was it from the NWA. I know that
Some
was
picks?
your wheelhouse.
Yeah, all right.
No, that was it. We all picked Camille to win. We all picked Trevor Murdoch to win. Yeah, Kevin had the Rebellion. He was the only one out of the three of us that had it, and that was the one that gave him the edge.
Yep, there you go.
And then you both went 3-2 at NXT Takeover, whatever it's called, War Games. I went 2-3. So Tony, you're 184-71-1. Kevin is 178-77-1. Only 6 games back now, slowly chopping down, and I am 156-99-1. So I need I'm still making my picks.
All right, sure. All right, with that, I got to get out of here. It's already pushing late. I'm way beyond schedule now there, so beyond.
Sorry, I know NWA was your wheelhouse, so I want to get you.
I appreciate that. All right, boys, enjoy the rest of the show. I will see you guys next week.
Thanks, T-Donk. T-Donk is leaving us. We'll see him next week. We got picks this week. Don't forget, Final Battle.
I can't wait.
Don't you?
Bye.
You fucking mother son of a bitch. Kevin, do we want to take a quick break?
I think that would be best, Matt.
All right, let me cue this shit up here. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We got tons to talk about still. We got NXT, AEW, Ring of Honor Final Battle preview. Lots of news and notes, and Amy Crimson still to come. So
very excited about that. Canada's own.
We always say, hold on, let me make sure I have the fucking commercials queued up here.
Gotcha.
I hope that's all right. What do we always say, Kevin?
I think it goes like something like back after this.
We know you love shopping at Amazon, and we also know you love listening to the Shining Wizards. That's why you're hearing this commercial right now. But were you aware that you can combine the two, do all your shopping, and support the show at the same time? Well, of course you can. Instead of going to Amazon.com, go to Amazon.shiningwizards.com and make your purchases the way you normally would. You're going to get the same great low prices, and a portion of whatever you purchase is going to go to support the Shining Wizards. How great is that? You, by purchasing anything that you normally would anyway, is going to support us. That's a win-win in my book. So from now on, when you shop at Amazon, go to Amazon.shiningwizards.com or click the banner on our website and do all of your shopping with the Shining Wizards.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments.
Horns up, everyone. One on the Shining Wizards Network. Be sure every Friday to check out Radioactive Metal. Radioactive Metal is one of the longest running podcasts on the interweb. And every week we bring you a fistful of metal, including interviews with all your favorite artists, discuss all the metal news, and feature the best tunes on the air today. So grab a Lemmy, join your cool Uncle Snowy, and co-host Aaron in the pit.
Your recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment broadcasting from the current to the way back. Join the impact player Phil Rea and the Portuguese man of war Choppy for the Turnbuckle Throwbacks Wrestling Podcast. Live every week on rantemradio.com. Get all our episodes over at iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Audio Boom, Google Play, ShiningWizardsNetwork.com, and TurnbuckleThrowbacks.com.
Are you tired of being told what to think and believe by Hollywood elites and politicians who just don't care about you?
Tired of not getting the truth when you watch the news?
Tired of trying to figure out what pronoun to use?
Tired of mob mentality when all you want to do is think for yourself and make up your own mind?
That's where we come in. This is Justin,
And Vince,
your host of Inconclusive Breakdown.
we are a weekly anti-PC podcast bringing you entertainment and current event news without any spin.
If you want to truly stay informed on what's going on in the world, then give us a listen every Sunday, anywhere you get podcasts, at least till Zuckerberg and Twitter Jack deplatform us.
And as always, we're proud members of the Shining Wizards Network.
Tired of the PC police telling you what you can and cannot say? Want a show that travels back to the 80s and 90s where the badass hosts have beaten down cancel culture on 3 separate occasions and carried on to gloat about it? Since 2013, The Midnight Jury is that show. Travel back to the malls and arcades, pop in your VHS, and join us where the 80s and 90s return from the dead. Conan, tell them where to find us.
WLWstudios.com, home of the Midnight Jury podcast hosted by Midnight Mike and Calvin Brody.
Also available on all major podcast platforms via the Shining Wizards Network, and join in the conversation on Twitter at Midnight Jury.
What's up, wrestling fans? You want something awesome? Check out Wrestling Night in Canada here on the Shining Wizards Network. We're 3 Canadian metalheads uniting for the love of pro wrestling. Every episode, we go over all the latest news and special events with the odd unique interview as well. So grab a cold one and check out Wrestling Night in Canada, eh?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. My name is Thomas, and what's your name?
I'm Alan.
Alan.
Yeah. We're brothers.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
Got the
forgot
same mother and father.
Your room was
We share the room.
shared a room.
We share the room.
Thought I knew your face.
Yeah,
from
we go
somewhere.
way back, mate. Yeah.
We should do a podcast then.
We have.
We do a podcast.
We do a podcast.
What's it called?
The Broadcast. Yeah, that was planned.
Yeah. Well,
What do we do?
well, we cover all different things in the world of pop culture. We're talking about comic books, we're talking about professional wrestling, and we're talking about movies. Go back and watch classic retro wrestling events, the likes of WWE, WCW, and if you do like that, you can check us out on Apple iTunes, also on Podbean, Anchor, and on Podknife. Also check us out on Twitter at The Broadcast. That's BROKAS. It nearly stuffed up the ending.
Yeah, it's all right. Good on you.
Yeah. Instagram also at The Broadcast Podcast.
Remember, we don't spell it with a C. We spell it with a K.
Sorry, mate.
Take it easy.
All right, we are back. I am back. And that was all those fantastic shows over on the Shining Wizards Network. So be sure to check it out at shiningwizardsnetwork.com. At this time, we're going to take time to thank those that support us over at our Patreon. Patreon.com/Wizards Podcast. And for as little as $1 a month, you can support the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. My recommendation is $3 a month. If you can spare $3, you get mentioned weekly on the show, and you get access to all our bonus episodes. In the month of November, we did 2 watch-alongs. We did 2 bonus shows, one to Survivor Series 2006 and Hercules Hernandez, me and Kevin sat down to do. And I'll give you a sneak peek. I am diligently working hard at a profile piece on Bret Hart and WCW. And I have warned both Kevin and Tony that this is going to be a deep dive. I know Kevin doesn't give a shit.
Nope.
But for Tony's sake, if he does not have at least 2 hours minimum, you should probably sit that out, because I am going deep in the Bret Hart and WCW. Not even like hearsay. I have found a couple great sources, and I'm going through every Nitro Thunder pay-per-view and pulling every segment that Bret Hart was a part of. So there's a lot of stories that I completely forgot about. And a lot that me and Kevin are probably going to end up talking about. So if you're interested in Bret Hart and WCW and you want to hear maybe 2 of the biggest Bret Hart fans talk about it, patreon.com.
My favorite piece of Bret Hart merchandise ever is actually WCW Bret Hart merchandise. It's the hockey jersey that I have. It's
Nice.
It's incredible, and I will wear it. Well, it's an audio only. Maybe I'll wear it the show before.
All right, there we go.
It's delicious.
So right now, let's thank those that support us over at our Patreon. Oh, and of course, if you go up to the $5 level, you get a shout out. We'll plug whatever you like on the podcast within the means. Obviously, we're not going to promote something that's gross. And we scroll your name across the bottom here, which is what's happening now. $10 and above, you get a box of wizardry, minimum 3 months. And at the end of those 3 months, you'll get a box of wizardry. I just restocked with all the Black Friday sales, and boxes for December just went out today. So lots of cool stickers, DVDs, pins, magnets, koozies, fucking all sorts of great wrestling shit. So check it out, patreon.com/Wizards Podcast. Of course, we're going to start with Kathy Hummer, the Queen of the Shining Wizards, not to be outdone by the King, Manny Crazzo of the Shining Wizards. Excuse me, Danny and Anthony Rusinello, the AOP of the SWP, Sean Toe, Sean Calejo, Ryan Schlong, Brett Simonello.
What do you hear? What do you say?
Thank you, Kevin. Kate Hensler over at OnDeckIC.com, Fightful.com, Sour Graps, Mark Order Podcast. I don't know. She does fucking everything. Just follow Kate. She's fucking crushing it over there. Matt Mellinger, no relationship to the KJG. Matt Mellinger, Christine Friesendorf, Mark Parloni.
Happy birthday, Mark.
It's funny. He actually wished us a happy birthday like 2 weeks ago. And like 4 people who listen jumped in the chat and were like, yeah, happy birthday, Mark. Someone was like, this is low-hanging fruit, but happy birthday, Mark. And I don't think he gets it because I don't think he listens.
But he's so supportive for someone who doesn't listen to the show.
I don't know. Some people might just skip the Patreon and the commercials. I have no idea. If you are, you're crazy. Kenny Hossey, the Scotch Drink More. Jay Kopp, the Big Cop of Pump. Thomas Copps, the Mott Spock, who I'll be seeing this weekend in Baltimore.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Michael Hammond. David Henry Bauer III is Pal Antonio Hart.
I gotta stop because I've never actually hung out with him. He's a great guy. So I don't know why I said it like that. I was hoping you would say somebody else. And
I did. Yeah. So David Henry Bauer III is Pal Antonio Horseman, makes experimental music at harvestmanrecords.bandcamp.com. Matthew Birch, the True Prince of Pro. Braden Bergen, the LeBron James Mattel Elite Figure Collecting. Yeah, he said hi to us before. Kerry Cowling, who's always doing Major Mark stuff and always rocking that Shining Wizards gear. Shout out to Carrie. Brendan Haney, the Daily Smark. Get your wrestling information over at dailysmark.com. Asian Joe, Matthew Jarvis, Mike Peterson, Rob Humphrey, and last but certainly not least, Mr. William Mercier Jr.
Lives are going to be in William Mercier's hands. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, Kevin. I know what you mean.
Put a lot of energy into that one.
You did.
Yeah.
All right.
That was that might be entered into film festivals, I think.
Kevin, there's a lot to talk about because it's been a kind of a busy week. Where would you like to start off?
Can I say how freaking windy it is outside right now? Are you getting that
very
wind?
windy. I'm getting the wind.
Just had to move my car and I almost blew over.
Oh no.
Nah, I saved myself though. Got good footing.
I'm glad you saved
All right,
yourself.
Matt. So where do I want to start? Matt, I will leave that up to you, my friend, because you are the paragon of virtue for this show. So you need to direct the flow, and I'll just chime in and enjoy it.
Let's talk about a little AEW, shall we?
Oh, I'm all in with AEW. My new favorite weekly episodic television show on the planet.
Are we doing Dynamite?
Yeah, I guess, right?
No. I mean, is that your favorite new weekly?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not 100% in on Rampage. I mean, it's cool. It's so funny. Like I stayed home Friday night and I literally was like, all right, I'm looking forward to Rampage. 10 o'clock hits. I forgot Rampage was on.
Okay.
Like, does that Is that a me issue or is that Rampage starting too late?
I think that might be a me issue.
A you issue.
A you issue, not a me issue.
A me issue.
Yeah. He did have a little trouble remembering the Big Steel was on last week.
Well, first of all, his name is the Big Deal, Craig Steele.
He's the Big Steel.
He's a big steal because because anytime you get Craig on a podcast, it's a steal.
Yes.
That's right.
I like that.
That's great. No, Matt, I was literally looking forward to Rampage all that night. And literally once 10 o'clock hit, I forget what the heck I was watching. I think I was watching like Chopped or something. Or like Guys Grocery Games.
All right. Not SmackDown.
I watched a little bit of SmackDown.
Okay.
Which I actually really enjoyed I know we're talking AEW right now,
right?
But I really enjoyed the opening of SmackDown, but we can get to that later.
We can get to it now if you want.
The whole Brock, Sami Zayn stuff was delightful.
Did he swoggled Sami Zayn into giving up his title shot against Roman Reigns, right? Is that what happened?
But yes, but it was done so brilliantly. No, he swoggled him into swoggled. What? That's weird.
I don't know.
He bamboozled him.
It's a better one.
Into using his opportunity because he won the Battle Royal last week, I believe. So he bamboozled him into using his title shot that night instead of day one-ish. Because Brock wanted to use that, and then Brock completely was a saboteur and helped Roman defeat Sammy, so Brock could be day one-ish.
They're really loading up that day one pay-per-view, huh?
Dude, day one-ish.
What do we got? We got Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Big E in a triple threat, right? That's the thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We got Brock and
Roman.
We got the Usos defending the SmackDown titles against
King Mabel and Sir Mo.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting stuff.
Dude, it's a big card. It benefits me that I don't I choose one night of the weekend to go out. So the other night so usually it's Saturday night I go out. Friday night I stay home and watch wrestling. Okay. So it's decent. It's not bad. It's a good card, and I mean there's a lot of bad things on the shows, but when they put the card together, it ain't bad. I'd prefer a different way sometimes to get there, but a lot of the stuff they've been doing hasn't been terrible.
Would you say they're more of a pay-per-view company versus a weekly television company?
They are 100% a better in-ring product show as opposed to a story and story-driven show. 100%. That I think anyone with a half a brain can tell you that, and I have less than that. So,
Scott Steiner style.
That's right, 33%.
So that's the big news there in the WWE. They're really gearing up to this day one, right?
We don't gotta go nuts about it because again, I'm not super up to date with it.
No, we don't have to get. But there was some other interesting news. Jeff Hardy reportedly decided he was just done wrestling and walked out through the crowd.
All right, so that's what the story is. I know
he was teaming with Xavier Woods and Drew McIntyre against the Bloodline, which is Roman Reigns and the Usos. He spent most of the match in the ring and was said to be more sluggish as the match continued. And this is all being reported from PW Insider. He reportedly made a hot tag to McIntyre and then walked out through the crowd, followed by security, and did not return to the ring after Woods and McIntyre won.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that this is just listen, he's not young. And if he was working the majority of the match, for some reason that doesn't seem right to me. Like he's not. I mean, he's Jeff Hardy, but he's not Jeff Hardy at 26. He's Jeff Hardy at 40, whatever he is, 41, 42, whatever he is. So he shouldn't be working the majority of a 6-man tag team match. And I get it. You're with two younger guys that are highly more profiled than you, so they should get a hot tag, whatever. But Jeff Hardy should not be brunting the load, and I'm hoping that's all this is, and it's not a another alcohol or drug type thing. And I don't think anyone's speculating that that's the case at all. So I didn't want to throw that out there.
Do you think he's just kind of over it?
I think he's burnt out. I think he's burnt
just
out.
over like the touring. Like he's probably talked to Matt, and Matt's got his AEW gig, and then if he wants to do independence, I'm sure he's contracted to do that. But does Jeff Hardy want to,
Well, Jeff Hardy had the chance to not re-sign, and he did because he just wanted which I don't blame him for, because sometimes the financial stability is like knowing that you're going to work and your paycheck is going to be there every week is a mind. It's not commonplace anymore. Sadly, it's not commonplace in 2021 anymore.
Do you think he's frustrated by the fact that
what he's working with freaking Happy Dance Time USA?
You're in the main event. You're in the.
I agree.
You think he's just unhappy with the travel and he's been doing it for fucking 25 years?
Yeah, I think he's burnt out. It happens, and that's why. And here's what I love about AEW, and I don't know any sort of inner workings of what they do or why this is why they do it, but they allow people to all right, take some time off. You're good. When was the last time we saw Lance Archer on AEW? And I don't know if it's for.
I know he had,
and I don't know for what reason it is. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I'm thinking to myself, all right, they let people rest. Let them rest.
Matthew Birch over here chimed in. He said, "There's a clip in a full match out there. From what I saw, it just seemed like Jeff Hardy was legit hurting physically and then just left after the tag."
Okay, so maybe he got injured in the ring, which then you just got to go.
Yeah, but then why does WWE feel it necessary to send him home?
Well, maybe all right. So the lingo might be tricky here.
You think someone in the WWE PR department would be like, "Look, we've been fucking laying people off like crazy in the last 18 months. If we say we're sending him home, let's say he's been sent home due to an injury."
Nah, I mean that's fair. That's fair. Jeff Hardy got hurt in a match, and we decided it's best to take him off the road and send him home. Yeah, it's a great point.
It'll be an interesting story to follow.
But all right, listen. So, Jeff Hardy he's literally what his character says he is. He's an enigma. So, I don't want to say that this is a tough one, and I'd rather actually not comment on it more. So it's just it's crazy to speculate on something like this. So if he was hurt, I hope that's the case, which is also crazy to say.
Well, let's see how it plays out, my friend.
That's right.
We'll see how this plays out. Other WWE news, that Vince McMahon Netflix stuff that series is set to drop in 2022 on the Netflix.
Netflix, this isn't the documentary, is it?
Yes, it is. The docu-series.
Is this the Bradley Cooper vehicle? Or is this the Thor vehicle? No, Thor's playing Hogan, right?
Thor's playing Hogan. The WWE is developing the Vince McMahon, the United States of America versus Vince McMahon. This is not that.
That's a steroid trial.
Yes. And that's something that WWE and Blumhouse Media are doing. The United States versus Vince McMahon. This is a Vince McMahon docuseries with Bill Simmons is the executive producer.
All right. So Bill Simmons does it. Matt, Bill Simmons, ESPN, big wrestling fan, does great jobs, everything that he's ever done, really, to be honest with you.
He did the Andre documentary on HBO.
That's actually on Peacock now.
Nice.
I think. Pretty sure. 95%.
So that was some news, and then it looks like DDP is going to be the next guest on Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions.
Yeah, and speak of the devil, Jeff Hardy was the last one, which I have not watched yet, which I've been dying to watch. Have you watched any of those since anyone have you watched the Bobby Lashley and the Seth Rollins ones?
I watched the Seth Rollins one. I did not see the Lashley one. I just have to find time.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Last week was all fucked up for me. I didn't. I felt we did the Survivor Series thing last week, and then I went to work, and I didn't feel good Saturday, and I was sick Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Right now.
Excuse me, Sunday, Wednesday. The boss gave me and the wife off, and he said, "Take the business card and go
take
out
my
to
wife,
dinner.
please."
He said, take the business card, go out to dinner for your birthday. So I had an impromptu dinner reservation at the Capitol Grill Wednesday night.
All right.
Over here
So
in
Matt,
Parsippany.
what did you have at this dinner on your boss's dime? What did you go with?
I drank a bunch of margaritas.
Good for you.
We started with tuna tartare appetizer.
Was the tuna tartare on a pizza?
It was not. It was
No.
not. It was some delightful tuna tartare. Then I had a wedge salad, and she had a regular salad. Then I had a 10-ounce filet with some potatoes au gratin. And we shared some of that. And what else did she have?
You had the filet. What was the au gratin? You had was the filet au gratin?
No, the potatoes were au gratin. The filet was fucking banging. The filet was awesome. And then we had some dessert.
So what did she have? That was your filet. What was her? What did she have?
My wife had sea bass.
Sea bass. Kick his ass, sea bass.
Asian Joe, you're wrong. Fancy date night can only be done at Applebee's. You've been listening to that dumb song too much, Asian Joe. For someone who worked at Applebee's, I can tell you nothing fancy ever happens at an Applebee's.
I heard someone say, what is this, Matt? Can you decipher what Kate means by this?
I heard someone say SmackDown is fun if you don't follow it, which is sad and very true.
So it's fun if you don't watch it?
Right. If you don't follow it. If you don't watch it week by week, it's probably an enjoyable.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense.
So, yeah, I just been busy. And then I was sick. And then Rhiannon went on her duck hunt Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So
was there a dog there?
There was a dog there.
Nice.
So I've just been working a lot. So I finally had a chance to catch up on the NWA today. I watched Ring of Honor today because I'm preparing for, I have a very big wrestling week. I'll be going out to Long Island Wednesday for AEW. And then Saturday we'll be going down to Baltimore for Final Battle.
Oh boy. What's that crew shaping up to look like? Who's on that bus trip?
Just me, Kate the Great, and Aunt Russ.
All right, the core.
And then
the core of the group.
Then Milwaukee Tom decided last minute to fly out, so he'll be in the Baltimore vicinity.
Now, who is Milwaukee Tom?
The Mott Spock.
Oh, okay.
I
could never tell which name he's going by.
He's a man of many acronyms.
He's like a Finnish prime minister.
Oh, let's talk some AEW, Kevin.
Let's do it.
AEW Dynamite Wednesday night. I finally got a chance to watch it on Saturday. Love the Bryan Danielson. Love this character. He's so fucking fantastic at what he does. I think everyone's aware that he is a fantastic wrestler, but the fact that he could be heel or babyface, and I think we saw that towards the end of his WWE run when he was the world's Save the Green, Save the Planet champion. And I think this surprises a lot of people that he comes out here and he's this fucking complete prick, which I fucking love.
Yeah, the only thing with this, and this is just nitpick, Kevin. I agree 100%. I love Daniel Bryan Bryan Danielson as a bad guy. It just happens so freaking fast, and for no real reason other than that he wants, what does he want? Like, he wants the belt,
world title.
Yeah, which is fine, and he earned it. So
right,
why
but
not?
He also he gets that reaction because the fans are invested in the Hangman Page character.
Yeah, which is, Matt, that's a great point, and it actually speaks to how, and there's a lot of debate whether or not Hangman Page could carry the company as a top babyface when you have CM Punk, when you have Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, when you have even Kenny Omega's kind of Adam Cole gets the biggest reactions out of anybody on the show, and the fact that Daniel Bryan can help elevate Adam Page, I think, is a valuable tool that cannot be undervalued.
And they announced winter is coming. They announced it, I think, before Dynamite last week, December 15th in Garland, Texas. We're gonna get Bryan Danielson, Hangman Page.
Yeah, The Winter is Coming is, I believe, where Sting debuted last year.
And it is where John Moxley lost the title to Kenny Omega.
Look at that. So this is a big this is a big show.
Yeah.
Whoa. There you go. That's what I was waiting for. Tony would have ate that up, but he's gone. So
couple other things I took from Dynamite. I like the CM Punk Lee Moriarty match. I like the CM Punk MJF stuff more after them going back and forth. I think it's a lot of fun.
yeah, let me ask you this. Do you think CM Punk is letting too many it's such a weird question to ask. Do you think CM Punk is letting too many people give him too many competitive matches? Or is that just that's what CM Punk is in AEW?
I think that's what he is in AEW. I think it also, if you're going to realistically think about it, he was out of the game for 7 years. The game's changed greatly in 7 years. So he still probably has to shake that ring rust off. I think that's what he's there for, though. I don't think he's going to be your world champion. I think he's there to work with these young kids and make the wrestling industry better.
So you don't think there's a time and place where CM Punk is the AEW champion?
I don't think so. I'm not saying it won't happen. I just don't see it.
I think he 100% has to be. Because especially if they run a show in Chicago again, which they love to do, and Chicago's basically, I think we can all agree that Chicago is the home of AEW, much like New York is the home of WWE, right? Chicago's the home of AEW, right?
I think that's a fair statement.
Well, I mean Jacksonville to a lesser extent.
No, I think, but that's where All Out is. That's where
Yeah.
the inaugural
Yeah.
show was. I think that's a fair assessment.
So imagine CM Punk. Like CM Punk still like gets huge reactions like every single time. So like imagine him winning the AEW championship. And listen, it doesn't necessarily have to hurt. Like what if does Daniel Bryan win the championship at some point?
Maybe. Look, I don't think they're bad choices. I just don't think it's essentially set in stone.
And it's not necessary now. I'm not saying it has to happen, in February or March, but like next year, if this time next year, like we're talking about a Daniel Bryan CM Punk match in Chicago.
I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I'm not against it. I don't see it right now. And like you always say, it's episodic TV, and why not put fucking CM Punk on your TV every week?
Yep, exactly.
Especially when you give someone like Lee Moriarty a shot to shine.
Yeah.
And who did he? I mean, the QT Marshall thing was goofy. 2 weeks ago, and MJF loved to bust his balls about that, but why not put him on TV?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with the episodic television thing. Like Winter is Coming is not. It's so weird. Like here's the difference between WWE and AEW and how they promote big time shows that aren't pay shows. Like WWE will be like Raw Reunion, like we'll be like 25th like the new season will be this. Where AEW is like Winter is Coming. Here's a freaking huge main event.
So pay-per-view main event.
Yeah.
So it's just and look, when they do, you know what you're getting every fucking Raw Reunion.
Yeah, Tatanka and IRS.
Yeah, it's the same recycled bullshit. So whatever. I didn't understand the Adam Cole Orange Cassidy thing.
All right, so
like why don't have both guys make an entrance, just have them fucking do it backstage. I get you want to give the Adam Cole pop and
well, that's huge. That's it, and I completely support it.
Wardlow with a squash match that turn when he turns on MJF is gonna be fucking bonkers.
So here's the thing. I agree with you. And I want Wardlow because I think Wardlow is a megastar. I thought that since he walked in, he just had the look and everything like that. But I don't know if everyone else, even turning on MJF, the most hated guy on the planet, I don't know if that will gravitate people to Wardlow any more than doing something else.
think people want it. I think because he's always the guy who steps in to defend MJF.
Right. The story's there. He's essentially, he's Batista, he's Virgil, he's
Diesel.
Diesel. Exactly. The story is there. But now will people care enough about Wardlow enough as people cared about I can't believe I'm comparing Wardlow to Virgil. But people cared about Virgil.
Yeah, no, of course. Look, if it's done properly and the timing is right, you can't do it when, we'll go fantasy book here. You can't do it when fucking CM Punk and Bryan Danielson are fighting over the AEW World Title. Like, you have to pick the moment.
Yeah.
You have to find the time when once you make that turn, you can take that turn and use it for Wardlow to be highlighted.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if it's done and like Virgil was done right, Batista was done right. Like even though Batista, Randy Orton, he was turned on, but it was done right.
Right. You just have to find the spot to do it. Kate suggests, does Wardlow win the Diamond Ring?
Like the Giant winning World War III, and then Hogan
thinking. There's that. The battle royal.
I'd like to see MJF like never lose that. No, this is the ring is now MJF is in this, so this is to determine who wins the ring.
Yes, the third annual.
MJF has to defend it in the battle royal.
He will be in the battle royal. Yes.
Part of me wants to see MJF just keep winning it, but like, when's the next pay-per-view?
The next pay-per-view is going to be Revolution in February.
All right, so it's not that long. So if
they have Winter is coming, and then I think they're doing something Battle of the Belts when they move over to TNT.
TBS. That's the first.
Whatever.
That's the first Dynamite on TBS, I believe.
I think it's a Saturday night special.
Ooh, look at that!
First Dynamite is the one in Newark that we're going to.
January 5th. That's right.
Yes, and then I think the 8th is the Battle of the Belts.
Is that in Newark too?
That's a great question. I don't know.
It's not taped the same night?
I don't think so.
Oh, then is it back in that UBS place or?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
Interesting.
What else happened on Dynamite? Sting wrestled in a tag match against the Gun Club.
And this is a thing that people like upset me sometimes. Like, oh, why is Darby Allin working with the Gun Club, and why is Sting working with the Gun Club? Because it makes sense, and this is what AEW does so well. They're able to utilize certain talent that might not be on a pay-per-view, but they produce storylines that work for TV matches. And this is a great TV match. It's Billy Gunn, it's Sting. I get it. No one really cares about Billy Gunn. I understand. And I understand if you feel that way. I care about Billy Gunn. That's just me. But what they do is they progressively produce storylines that are good for TV to get to where you need to be on pay-per-view. And I know we're not seeing Billy Gunn versus Sting on pay-per-view. At least I hope not. I hope that's not a pay-per-view match. But it's just like people have to remember when wrestling first started on cable television, you were getting Yokozuna versus Koko Beware. You were getting stuff that had nothing. It was just a match. It were cold matches, as they say. Now you're getting storylines for a TV product, and it works. I care more about the Gun Club now than I did 5 months ago. I just do.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All right.
I'm with you. I look, it's episodic television. You have to give us
all right, so now Kate makes a good point. Now you could pick or choose who you want in the certain positions. Yes, of course, I'd rather see Ricky Starks than Billy Gunn. Of course, I agree with that. But does that work for a program with Sting? Where isn't Ricky Starks already doing something?
He's in Team Taz. I don't know if he's cleared to wrestle.
And Dante Martin just joined Team Taz, right?
Yeah, so and maybe they're just waiting for it's absence makes the heart grow fonder. Maybe they're just, Ricky Starks is the one who comes after Sammy next and takes that title off of him.
Yeah, and I agree. And this is it brings us back to what they do, just letting people breathe and let them come back. Because the roster isn't the roster isn't small.
No, it's big.
So it's
Dude,
big. It's a big roster.
And it's only getting bigger and stranger, Kevin. I don't know if you saw this. So Marina Shafir, am I saying that right? Schaefer. She was on AEW Dark Tapings in Orlando.
All right.
As was the current Ring of Honor Pure Champion Josh Woods.
I think I did see Josh Woods on AEW actually.
Well, he was at the tapings. I don't know if those.
Oh, they were backstage. But didn't Schaefer or Shafir, Kakun work?
I don't know. I haven't watched AEW Dark in ages. I just know they were both at the tapings in Orlando this past weekend.
All right.
But that's, huge.
No, I mean that. Now was Marina ever? Was she one of Ronda Rousey's?
Yeah,
she was.
NXT.
Okay.
Yeah, she was one of those NXT girls.
Yeah, so she was. Yeah, okay. Never mind. All right.
Yeah, so they're just you say that the roster's not small and it's not getting smaller. It seems like it's getting bigger with all the news. We talked about it briefly before we fired up the live show, like Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly, like their future is very much up in the air.
I'm not even I'm not a reporter. I'm not anything like that, so I'm not even gonna try to speculate on that. But if I were both of them, like I don't know. Maybe if I was Kyle O'Reilly, I'd go. But if I was Gargano, I'd probably. If Gargano gets moved up to like the main roster, I don't know. Maybe I'd stay. I don't know. It's just tough. Depends on if you're having fun or not, I guess.
That's true. Do you want to wrestle or do you want to get your head shaved and be somebody's manager?
Is that what Gargano is?
No, that was the idea that was pitched to Adam Cole to get his head shaved.
Yeah.
He would
and
be his manager.
And now he's literally more over than CM Punk and Bryan Danielson in AEW. He is.
He is. He's fantastic. And we haven't even begun to see like the tip of the iceberg with him.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Former guest of the Shining Wizards podcast, by the way.
Very true. Ruby Soho defeats Chris Statlander in the TBS Championship Tournament. I thought this was a very good match.
Awesome. A lot of fun. Good to see Chris doing her thing. Great stuff.
Friday's Rampage, we'll see Sammy Guevara take on Tony Nese. Death Triangle against FTR. This Wednesday's Dynamite, we have the Battle Royal. Bryan Danielson against Johnny Silver. And Rio against Jamie Hayter.
No, Nese Guevara happened already.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we had the main event. We had the Cody Rhodes Andrade street fight. I thought this was phenomenal. I couldn't really tell what was going on with Cody's back. I could only assume that there was some kind of Vaseline or some kind of.
That's what I said.
Some kind of something on there to keep it from turning into old crispy, crunchy skin.
I initially thought it was crispy, crunchy skin, which should be a great cereal, by the way. You should make that. Crispy, crunchy skin.
Delightful.
But I thought that's what it was at first too, and then once you saw what happened, you're like, oh, that's got to be. It could have still been, but I thought it was like. Then I thought it was like clumps of Vaseline, just kind of molding that they didn't do a great job, or it could have been glue. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a great point. And I didn't see any reports, but I did see the pictures after. Homeboy got fucking charred up.
Really charred up, like. That's like your fillet that you had at dinner on your boss.
If my fillet looked anything like that, it was going back, my friend.
That's a good point because you don't want a well-done fillet.
Medium.
Medium rare is always what you got to go with a.
It was delightful. But I really liked this street fight, and I didn't have a problem with it. I thought Cody really pushed the fucking envelope and did some really him and Andrade did some crazy shit.
Yeah.
It's just.
And that's another great thing that AEW does is that they don't put the same people in the main event every freaking week, like on Dynamite. It's different programs that deserve the spotlight in the main event, like all the time. And this is an example of it. And it's just like it's refreshing, is what it is, Matt.
Yeah, and it was strong. And I still don't understand that Cody hate, and I don't think I ever will. So I'm just gonna stop asking about it.
Yeah, I'm done with it because I don't understand it either. Guys,
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this Dynamite, and I'm looking forward to this Wednesday. I know it's gonna be a long fucking day because we're gonna do Dynamite, and then I'm sure they're gonna tape Rampage, and getting out to Long Island is a pain in the balls, but I'm fucking excited, man.
Why don't you take the train?
I fucking hate mass transit.
Oh well, R.I.P.
I hate. You know, I have to be there. I got it.
Okay. No selling son of a bitch.
I got to be there at a specific time. I got to rush. You know, I don't want to be fucking chasing a train down. If I miss this one, then I got to spend a fucking hour waiting for the other one. I'd just rather fucking drive and get it over with.
All right.
I did not see Dynamite. Dynamite? Jesus Christ! Rampage.
I caught like the last half hour, I think.
Okay.
Run down the matches for me, and I'll let you know what I saw.
Sammy Guevara, Tony Nese.
Which did that kick off the show? Or was that the main event? All right, that kicked off the show, so I missed that, which is why I was so pissed off because, like, I have a lot of good Tony Nese stories right now. But anyway, go ahead.
Jade Cargill squashed the Kick Demon.
Yeah, and Thunder Rosa got involved in that, if I'm not mistaken, and pushed Mark Sterling out the way. Yep.
And then the main event was FTR against Penta and Pac.
I did see this. This was awesome. Fun time. So yeah, I mean Rampage is and again, something that I just complimented AEW like Dynamite about is what I'll probably maybe be hypocritical about with Rampage. It just seems like I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this. It just seems like Thunder. Like it just doesn't seem as important yet to me. And I get why that is, but it's just I need Rampage to get to another level right now. I think you know what? I think I need Rampage to be 2 hours.
Oh, calling for a 2-hour Rampage.
How about that bold statement right there? Give it to me from 9 to 11 or 8 to 10.
How about right?
Okay.
A badass woman.
Oh
She's
yeah.
Show up, she gonna ground and pound, kick your ass, and then walk away pretty woman style. Like, you work on commission? I thought you did. Amy Crimson joins the show. Amy, how are you tonight?
I'm good. I just finished work, honestly. So.
All right. So this is the perfect way for you to unwind, joining the Shining Wizards Wrestling podcast to talk all things Amy Crimson. Amy, doing a little research on you.
Thank you.
I came across the Vince Russo stuff. He put me over whatever.
15 minutes.
It seemed like it was a little weird. Was that a weird experience for you?
Honestly, loving wrestling my whole life, like it was actually a cool experience to like get to talk with Vince Russo because like he like literally made all the wrestlers that I like fell in love with as a kid. So it's like to get advice from Vince Russo, that was like I think one of the coolest experience I had ever since being a wrestler.
What were some of those wrestlers that Vince Russo created that you fell in love with?
Obviously Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, The Rock, Undertaker, the Chris Jericho gimmick, Edge, the Brood, the Hardys, all those.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's all right. That basically summed up the Attitude Era right there.
Yeah, I don't know. The idea of the video, it felt like it was going to be more of you getting an opportunity to shine, and he kind of just felt like he kind of took the reins on the interview. It was a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my perspective, though.
Oh.
But he covered a lot. Wrestling fan since you were a little girl. When do you get into the MMA world? Because we know you're at Battle Arts. You know you're training under Santino. But when do you decide, like, professional wrestling is what I want to do, but I also want to beat the shit out of people and get paid to do it?
So what happened is that I first started at Battle Arts Academy, I believe 4 years ago. So I had to be like 19. And the first thing Anthony Santino Morello said was, if you're going to do wrestling, you have to cross train. So at first I went into wrestling, and then he had judo. So I was like, oh, so he was teaching judo. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try judo. And then I fell in love with judo. Like ever since I started doing judo, like I just fell in love with like the flipping aspects of everything, like the takedowns, the submissions and all that. So it just kind of like intertwined with my wrestling, and I've been doing it ever since. So like for the past 4 years, I've just been doing like MMA, judoka and all that stuff like with my wrestling, which helps.
Do you find yourself incorporating a lot of judo throws and moves into your wrestling repertoire?
Oh yes, of course. Like if you look at some of like my shine in the beginning of the match or some of like my movements, a lot of the judo is in it, as well as the submission base. So like there's a lot of submissions that I learned that I try to incorporate into my wrestling style.
Is it just judo, or have you dabbled in any other sort of MMA? Like I know Brazilian jiu-jitsu is like a big thing. I know like all these other things are still out there. Is it just judo that you find more appealing, and what is it about it that you do?
I've dabbled in a lot because at Battle Arts we have a lot of martial arts. So I've dabbled in Muay Thai, I dabbled in kickboxing, I dabbled in boxing, I've dabbled in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, as well as MMA classes and as well as judo. So I've been in all of them, majority of them.
All right, so I know you're from Mississauga, right? Ontario.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not doing this to blow smoke. I literally have this hanging up every single podcast that we do. So I just want to stand up for a second and show you that back there, the old Canadian flag that I have there. Big Canadian flag that I have draped on my workbench studio here. So let me ask you this: what's wrestling like in Canada? Is it still as popular as it was in like the Hard Days and all this stuff? Is it still growing?
Yeah, there's so many promotions in Canada, let alone in Ontario, because that's where I'm based out of. There's so many like small promotions, and then there's big ones with like Scott Demore's like school in Windsor and stuff like that. And then when you go out like to Alberta and Calgary, there's like I think Stampede, the one owned by Natalia and I think Tyson Kidd. And then there's the Storm Academy and all that. So like it's very enriched with wrestling, and like the wrestling fans are like they're crazy because they love their wrestling. So there's always wrestling in Canada, and it's awesome.
Great.
For those not familiar with Amy Crimson, can you explain the Crimson Squad?
So the Crimson Squad was something that my coach kind of made up because like there was like a group of people that when I was starting out that they would just love me and cheer for me. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to call my fans the Crimson Squad because one, like I like having a squad around, and I like enjoying the crowd and everything, and I enjoy my fans and I appreciate my fans. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to call my fans the Crimson Squad. So if you guys are a fan of me, you guys are part of the Crimson Squad. So that's how it just started. And it started out as a joke, and then I ran with it kind of thing.
It's branding, Amy Crimson and the Crimson Squad. If you're hearing our voices and you're not watching along live, follow Amy on social media at Amy_Crimson on Twitter and at Amy Crimson XOXO on Instagram. So you're based out of Canada. Obviously, the pandemic has been a disaster for everybody. How did that affect you? Because I know that you mentioned you've only been training for 4 years or so, and this seems like it's been going on forever, but it's only been about 2 years, the pandemic. So obviously that impacts your ability to travel to the States. How have you managed that free time, and what have you been doing to get yourself more prepared for the world of professional wrestling?
So I've been mostly building my brand, so trying to get on as many podcasts as possible to get like Amy Crimson known as much as possible. Even though if like I couldn't wrestle as much because of the pandemic, I tried to get on as many podcasts as possible. Again, the Vince Russo podcast, the Lucha Libre Online podcast, just like a majority of them as well. I've been mostly trying to build my character to make it better than when I come back and like go back into the ring like full time again. As well as I've been like focusing on like my in-ring work, my fitness as well, like trying to perfect that. So like my goal is to be better than what I was when I was wrestling full time. And then I also got my personal training certification and my nutritionist certification so that I could basically build myself throughout the pandemic. So most people during the pandemic were like watching Netflix and like just chilling. No, I was just working hard trying to make sure that I was like fit. I was like in school, and I was just trying to keep busy throughout the whole pandemic, to be honest.
So who do you get your advice from? Is Santino Marella that hands-on in terms of telling you to do these sorts of things, or is this something that you've kind of taken the initiative on your own for?
Both. So he always told us that we're our biggest promoter kind of thing. So like he can only help us with so much. It's only that we have to promote ourselves as much too. So like he always told us, you're always your biggest promoter. You're always like basically your brand. So what you are is your brand. So you basically promote yourself as much as possible. Anthony does help me with a lot of stuff. He gave me so much advice, like backstage politics, everything, like wrestling, backstage politics. Just he told us that you have to basically be the best person you possibly can. Like say hi to, even if it's the cameraman, the sound crew, the bell ringer, say hi to them, say bye to them, make sure you say hi to everyone, make sure you say bye to everyone, kind of thing. So it's basically he learns us, like he teaches us like everything basically in the business, like how to gain respect, how to be respectful to others, how to be respected in the business, kind of thing. So it's actually really cool that he's able to help us, because I know some coaches, they don't tell you a lot of the politics and stuff, but he goes the extra mile to help us with everything. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool.
Let me ask you, the nutritionist stuff and all that jazz. We had a guest on earlier. He had some pretty gross eating habits, so I just need to talk to this about somebody who's level-headed and maybe is not trying to side with said guest. Where do you stand on tuna fish on pizza?
Wait, what?
Yes.
Tuna fish on pizza?
That's my girl. That's a good. The face that Amy Crimson just made was the face I had on during the whole Mikko Maestro interview. It's disgusting. He had a fucking pizza. So angry. It makes me so angry. He had a pizza with shrimp, clams, tuna fish.
Ew.
All right.
I hate fish.
Okay. All right. So clearly she doesn't have an opinion. She hates fish. So that question would have never gone over well with her. Correct.
Still, she knows what tuna fish is. She would never put it on a pizza.
That's just something you
Have you
eat
ever
when you're
had
high
tuna
at
fish?
2 o'clock. No, I have tuna fish because of diet, but like I don't like it. But like that's something you eat when you're high at 2 o'clock in the morning and you have nothing in your fridge and you're just like, oh, here's a can of tuna fish and I have leftover pizza from yesterday. Boom, let's put that together. But I would never do that.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be delightful if you tried it? Maybe.
Probably not.
If you were high.
Probably not. I don't get high.
All right. All right. So all right. Stop, rewind, and let's do this. All right. So I only said that because you brought up the high aspect of it. So I'm not saying that you will ever be high or would be high, but I'm telling you right now, if anchovies can go on pizza, why can't tuna fish?
It's just, have you ever went to Pizzaville or like Pizza Nova or any of the Papa John's and they say tuna fish is an item on pizza?
That's actually a great point. If no one offers it, so that's a great. All right, you know what? You're a witness. You win. It's a great
It's
point.
gross. It's gross. Amy knows what she's talking about.
I agree.
You mentioned you've been making the rounds, doing a lot of podcasts. Why did you choose us?
Honestly, it's because like obviously it was one of my suggestions and I noticed like I watched some of your guys' podcasts and like there's some podcasters that ask weird questions and then I just feel like you guys were like super professional and like I'm not gonna lie, there's been some podcasters that I've been on where they ask me like the cheek to pants ratio and I'm just like covered, bro. Like I'm just like, what?
Wait, that's a real people ask those
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Amy.
That's
Here we
fucking
go.
crazy. That's wild. See? I don't like that at all. Well, who suggested us?
No, I just was on Twitter and I was like, oh, this seems like a cool podcast. Let me just see if I can go on this one. So
We will send you a tuna fish pizza ASAP.
No, thank you.
No. See, it's too late for that. All right, it's happening.
Now you know what it's like to ship something to Canada. It's expensive.
Wait, tuna in Canada?
We have tuna in Canada.
I know.
But you know what we have in Canada? We have bagged milk.
Like the space people eat? Or
Like
drink?
no, like we have in a bag, we have bagged milk. So it comes in 4 bags and it has chocolate or white milk. And then it comes in another plastic bag and then you have to buy a carton to put the milk in.
Wait. So it's not powdered milk? It's actual milk in a bag?
Yeah.
learning.
What do you do with the wait? So you buy the bag milk.
Yeah.
And then you have to buy a carton.
Yeah, you have to buy a container to put the bag in, and then you put it in your fridge.
But do you like continuously use the same carton, or do you always have to buy a new
No,
carton?
you buy the same carton at a Dollarama or like a dollar store, and then you basically put the bag in the container. You just wash the container, and then you can reuse the container. But we have bagged milk, so it comes in 4 bags.
I mean, I guess that's not different. We technically could just reuse our milk containers, like every time. But the milk comes in those containers.
And
so...
we have ketchup chips.
Ketchup chips.
Yeah.
I've seen those. We got those. We got those here.
Oh,
You're not that special. We got those here in America.
I like those. They got those all dressed up potato chips.
Oh, those are bomb.
Those are delicious. You should look. You're a nutritionist. Why?
You're nutrition-ish. You're not a nutritionist. You're
Amy,
almost there.
I've been sick for like a week, and I've just eating NyQuil like it's going out of style. So I apologize. I don't always look as puffy in the face.
Do you have the corona?
No, I don't have the corona.
I got a
Here's
White
my
Claw.
theory on that now, right? Because everybody's been inside for the past 18 months, people are starting to go out now. They have no immune system, so they just get sick, and everyone thinks it's the fucking coronavirus. I just have a cold. I'm fine. I feel great. I'm not achy. I have an appetite. I'm good. I'm here.
Amy, what would you say as we just deflect that real quick? What would you feel has been your biggest accomplishment in pro wrestling so far?
2. There's been 2. So gaining the Battle Arts Women's Championship, and then main eventing in a tag team match with Allison Kay, Casey Spinelli, and Rebel.
Yeah, and we just saw Allison Kay as part of the Hex on NWA, right?
Yeah.
And they've retained their tag team championship. What was that like for you?
You want the honest opinion? So I was the youngest going into the match, so I think I was like 21 or like 20. I just turned 20 or so. And I was the youngest in the locker room, youngest in the match, and I felt like I was going to shit my pants because I was so scared.
All right, so hold on, Amy, you're fitting right in here. I'll tell you that right now, because some people here have a history of that. But anyway, go ahead.
Now I have to ask before she finishes the story, and I hope this is not like a cheek to pant rate.
No, it's not going to be.
No.
Have you ever shit your pants?
No.
Oh, that
No.
that is bad. That's a bad question.
Well, she said she
No.
thought she was gonna shit her pants.
No, I was so scared because like they were asking me like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'm like, "I wrestle." And they're like, I was like, "Oh shit." What am I supposed to say? But then like they were like, "No, we know that you do that, but like, what moves do you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do this kind of thing." So then they didn't think that I was like at first they were a little could tell that they were like, "Okay, this chick's green. Like, is she gonna like perform well?" And then what happened was we went out there. And there was a kid in the crowd, and this kid's named Steven, and he's known on the Ontario Indies for like basically like wrestling wise. And he was in the crowd and he was jaw jacking with me, and that kid saved my life that day, because without that kid I was just jaw jacking back and forth, and then like I was basically like saying sarcastic remarks and everything, and then eventually like I got more confident and it turned out well, and then they told me that I did great and that I had potential. So like, and they throughout the whole night they gave me so much advice, and it was like a great experience wrestling with them, because like I learned so much in like such a small town, especially only wrestling for like not even 2 years at that point. It was so cool.
The explosion of women's wrestling here in the States recently has been off the charts, and I'm sure you keep tabs on it. You mentioned how young you are. You're in a position though now where you might get in the ring with like a Gia Scott or a Roxy, and you'll be the older one. It seems crazy, because you go from having a match like here where you're with Allison Kay, where you're the youngest, and then on the flip you can be in the ring with one of these girls and you will be the oldest, and you're not old at all. It's a wonderful thing that these women are starting out so young, and the guys too, because there's a lot of great guys in PCW who are young. But you know, how do you adjust to that, from being the youngest to maybe possibly being very young still, but now you're in there with like a Roxy or a Gia Scott, and you're the oldest in the ring?
I feel like it's a learning lesson and like kind of like a learning tool, kind of thing, because then like say if there's some things that maybe she might know that I don't know, or like basically I could take it as like maybe if she knows a little more than me, like I could take it as a learning tool and learn as I go. Just because I'm older doesn't mean that I could be much wiser, kind of thing. So we could basically go off of each other and basically learn off of each other, kind of thing. That's what I feel like. I just feel like every single time I step in the ring, it's like a learning lesson and like a learning tool.
Yeah. So have you found that chemistry exists no matter what, or chemistry, or maybe even lack of chemistry still exists no matter what stage you are in your wrestling career? Is that something that you've noticed at any point?
Yes, I've noticed that like if you don't have chemistry with someone, you could have like the best like matches in your career, but if like say you have that one match that just doesn't click with someone, it doesn't matter what you do. Like you both could be the best wrestlers. If there's no chemistry, it's like two fish just fighting. It's just, it doesn't make sense, kind of thing. That's what I feel like, because you can have chemistry with everyone, but then there's going to be certain people that just don't mix, kind of thing. Like either their styles don't mix or something just makes it not click. So
yeah, tuna fish maybe.
Tuna fish and pizza.
Yeah, most likely.
No, definitely. Have you been given an opportunity yet to work in the States, and what is that hurdle like? Because we've seen the Mike Bailey, we've seen Lufisto, and they're constantly battling with getting a work visa, and we know the Speedball Mike Bailey situation where he could not come back to the United States for a long time.
Mhm.
And I don't know if people realize the hurdles for the Canadian wrestlers just to cross over the border is a real pain in the ass.
Yeah. So I've never experienced it yet because like I haven't gotten any bookings so far. Hopefully in the new year I can get new bookings with America. But honestly, I wanted to like basically grow and venture out in Canada and like go across all Canada and wrestle. And then hopefully wrestle in OVW and all those like, huge promotions and those small promotions in America. So hopefully it's not a hassle for me to get my work visa to go to America.
We've heard over the years from like Edge and Christian and Jericho and Bret Hart. Do they still do those crazy weird wrestling road trips where you have to drive over like the really thin ice in the van and pray for your life?
I think so.
Have you? Or you've never done one of those?
No, not yet. I've only basically wrestled in Ontario so far.
All right, so give me the lay of the land of the provinces in Canada. Ontario seems to be like that's like the biggest one, right? Because
Yeah.
or as opposed to maybe Western Canada with British Columbia or Manitoba, like
We have Quebec, which is like the French zone, so
Yep.
Montreal, Quebec. And
is that a no-fly zone for you? Can you go there or what?
No, you can, but
'Cause I heard Ontario and Quebec don't really like each other.
it's just because like they speak French and then like we like basically speak French, but like it's like not like our full like fluent thing, so we speak English. But in Quebec you have to speak full French. So if you speak English, they won't speak to you, kind of thing. So that's why that's why it's like kind of like there's beef between
It's like in the
Quebec.
States we call that like East Coast, West Coast, even though it's not really that far away. But let me ask you this though, personal question, because I love Canada. I've had an affinity for Canada for so long. I love it. I'm a big hockey fan.
Yeah.
Now, do you love hockey, and who's your team?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, I knew it. I was wondering where Mississauga was in the Ontario spectrum, and you're the Maple Leafs. All right, I don't hate the Maple Leafs.
Tell me this though. Tell me why
Okay.
an American team always wins the Stanley Cup, but they're all Canadians that play for the team.
All right, so here's why. So hockey was you invented hockey, like you personally
Yeah.
invented hockey, like you did.
Oh.
Like it was just you. It was just Amy. Amy just was like, "Hey, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna invent hockey, and
course.
forever it'll be our sport." But Americans always win it because you get paid more here, and there's no. I want to say
The
like,
majority of the team are Canadian players.
oh no, listen, I listen. There's a freaking flag right here that says how much I love Canada. I love it. I love Canada. But no, it's just it's crazy, and I can't remember the last time a Canadian team has won a Stanley Cup. Maybe Montreal, but it's probably a bit sooner than that. Maybe Vancouver. No, they lost in '94 to the Rangers. Anyway, neither here nor there. I'm glad that you like hockey. You're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. It is what it is. I'll tell Eric Young that.
Let's see, Kevin. Let's see. It's been a while.
I think it was Calgary. It was Calgary Flames in 2009 or 2013. 2009, 2004, 2003.
Still too long.
I was in college when I think they won.
It was
I was still
2013.
in high
Calgary Flames.
school.
I have the hat.
I was still in high school, I think.
The
Yeah, I was
Blackhawks.
just starting high school.
The Blackhawks won in 2013.
All right, so they're not Canadian, but I understand what you're saying.
The 1993 Montreal Canadiens.
No, Calgary won, I think.
I'm looking at the list right now. I'm telling you.
I have the hat that Calgary won the Stanley Cup in
1989.
Oh, maybe that's the hat.
It's the last time they won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, maybe they went. Oh, maybe that was a Western Conference Finals hat.
Perhaps.
All right. Anyway, we digress.
Yeah, it's not about the hockey. It's about Amy Crimson.
That's right.
The ass-kicking MMA professional wrestler, former Battle Arts Women's Champion. How was that being? What was your reaction to being told you were going to become Battle Arts Women's Champion?
At first I thought he was joking because like he was just like, oh, how many people are you bringing in? I'm like, the usual. And he's like, you're gonna want to bring a lot of people. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because you're winning. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then like he was basically like, so you're gonna be like the Battle Arts Women's Champion. And I was like, okay. At first I was kind of scared because like at that point all the eyes are on me. And it's like at that point he's giving me the torch to run with the women's division. But at another part of me was like, okay, he probably sees something in me that I don't. So the moment that I won, it was a very emotional night because I think months prior my uncle died, and my uncle was the one who got me into wrestling, my uncle and my dad. So my uncle who passed away, he never got to watch me wrestle. So my goal was to become champion for him. So when I finally became champion, if you watch back the match on YouTube, you can actually see me crying and looking up because I actually did it for my uncle. So the fact that it was an emotional night and then my coach actually gave me the torch and ran with it, it was like all my hard work was like finally like I earned something. Obviously it's not the end all thing that I wanted like as a goal, but at the time only being in like I think a year and a half and then being given that opportunity, it was an amazing experience. Like, and it gave me so many opportunities after that. So I'm forever grateful for that opportunity.
Amy, real quick, our friend Kate, who's a respected wrestling profile, said that you have the same likability as Ruby Soho. Have you ever been compared to somebody? Has anyone said that you could be the next this person, or have you ever been attributed to anyone else? And is there anyone that you would try to model yourself after?
So I kind of try to model myself as like a girl version of John Cena, basic thugonomics. I don't rap.
Oh, come on, Amy.
We're rapping. Amy, we're rapping.
I can't rap to save my life. But I basically try and like get like my character kind of to be like gangster kind of thing because in Toronto we have some type of slang. And what happened was Santino, my coach, was like, he heard me talking in my slang and he's like, oh, you're gangster. That's your character. You're from the streets of Malton and you're straight up gangster. And I was like, there's no way this is going to work. And then I went up to the ring and everyone started liking my character. And then that's how it hit. So I was just basing my character off of.
All right. So, all right, Amy. So you can't just drop like people in the States in New Jersey and New York without giving us something. Give us something that you would say like in a promo. Like give us something that you would say that would signify this gangster character that you so lovely portray.
I'm Amy Crimson. I'm the baddest bitch here.
All right, there you go. Simple to the point, Matt. That's all it takes.
I was going to use a bitch when I introduced her, but I didn't want to offend her.
Oh, I'm not easily offended.
This is the
It
podcast
takes me
for
a
you
lot.
then.
Yeah. All right. So when Vince Russo asked about like your accent and how you spelled things, and what was your take on his accent? You never snap back on that.
I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah, well, because we're from Jersey, like we're from the
Yeah.
same area. His is a little thicker, New York, Jersey,
Yeah.
different. But so he went to like now you could tell us here. Vince Russo doesn't follow us. We're fine. So what was your take on that?
I thought like I didn't know like I thought honest to God, do I have an accent? Is it like a Canadian thick accent or is it just like
You know what? I can't tell what you have, to be honest with you. Like, I know a lot of Canadians, and it's different than what a lot of Canadians. Oh, I know people from Nova Scotia. I know people from Montreal. I've never met someone from Mississauga, so I can't speak to that. So,
honestly,
is that Mississauga centric?
I don't think she has much of an accent.
Well, no, but I'm not saying she does. I'm saying Vince Russo said she did.
Vince Russo's a circus clown, bro.
Oh, well,
right?
This was the.
What was that
reference
face
material.
for, Amy?
It's the one.
No, I don't think you have an accent. But again, I don't think I have an accent. And I interviewed Matt Cross once, and when we were done, he was like, oh, "What's that? A New Jersey accent?" And I was like, "What? How did you do that?" He's like, "I'm world traveled. Everyone has an accent." So I don't hear it, but maybe someone else would hear your accent.
Yeah, this conversation went off the rails a little bit.
Okay, well, let's put it back on the rails. So you've been working on yourself, your brand, getting your stuff right. 2022 is upon us. Obviously, things are starting to open up in the world. What are your goals going into this next year?
My goals, hopefully get a WWE tryout. That's the main goal. Either a WWE tryout or get signed to one of the major companies. So that's one of the goals. Venture out from Canada and gain another title outside of my like home base. And honestly, just wrestle enough to get paid and make a living. Like that's the goal. Like I just don't want to just be doing an indie show here or there. Like I want to actually get paid and make a living out of this. So hopefully by the new year, come back full time and basically just kill it, like, and just get bookings after bookings and get bigger and my name like out there kind of thing.
And there's a lot of people that have those same exact goals. So why should people take a look at Amy Crimson?
One, because I'm the baddest bitch here, and two, it's because I'm always busting my ass. The people that basically were like taking a break during COVID, I wasn't taking no break. I was busting my ass to get better. And honestly, like I go to the gym 6 days a week. I'm focused, I'm determined, and that's what makes me different than everyone else that says they have dreams and goals. People dream and goal, I aspire, and I achieve the goals.
Nice.
We're talking with Amy Crimson at Amy_Crimson on Twitter. Make sure you give her a follow. Instagram at Amy Crimson XOXO. When you are not going to the gym 6 days a week and working your job, and you mock all the people that like to watch TV, what do you watch on TV? What does Amy do when she's not grinding?
That's a great question, Matt.
I play video games.
Oh, what? See, Tony's not here for this, and this is right in his wheelhouse. What are you playing?
I play COD, Splitgate, I play Resident Evil, GTA. I run over the strippers though in GTA.
Why would you do such so you could take their money, right?
Yeah, obviously. And then I like hijack the police car.
All right. So you're kind of like living the gimmick in the game.
Exactly.
Because you're what? Because you're
straight up gangster.
There.
Oh shit! She didn't say that bad bitch. She said straight up gangster, son, in your face.
No, I don't know. That worked.
I don't know. We got to get you rapping now. We got to get you like a gold chain. Maybe you get like a chain. Did you wear your belt around your neck like John Cena?
No, because it was too heavy, and I'm only 5 feet. So.
All right. Sorry, I didn't know.
No, yeah, you should be, Matt. That was
turn you into a bobble. You would do that. You turn yourself into a bobblehead. 5 feet. You look nothing. So I'm looking at the pinned tweet on your Twitter. You look nothing like that person right now.
Let's see here.
She's got like the braids. She's got the bandana all tied up. I mean, you still look on the video here. You look like a bad bitch. That chick would, nope, not gonna. Don't want to get up in the dark alley with you. There's a knife somewhere here in this photo. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was like in my bra, you know. Just
I don't know. I don't know where women hide knives.
Well, we talked about hiding tuna fish cans in Miko's singlet before, so maybe she hides a knife in her boots.
So the question is, if he was hiding tuna fish in his singlet, wouldn't they smell it?
It's in the can still.
In the can.
Makes sense.
We got it all figured out over here, Amy. Aren't you glad? Poor Amy has worked her fucking shoot job today. It's late. It's probably cold. It's cold in Canada.
It's snowing. We have like a blizzard outside.
It's a blizzard, and you had to go to work. What kind of crazy nonsense is this?
Canada.
Did you get home safely?
Yeah.
You're like fucking. We get 6 inches of snow here in New Jersey, and the state freaks out. You get a foot. You're like, I got this. Snow tires are on. We're rocking.
Just like with our shovel, just burying, just like, oh, it's fine. We'll just be like, we're out there 20 minutes before work, just going like that.
Is there a point where they just shut the town down when it gets too bad, or you guys don't just give a shit?
We don't give a shit.
Really?
We're just open. Like like you're walking to school in -40 weather. Like our coats are built for like,
because you're a
badass bitch.
There you go.
That sounds borderline Eskimo too. 40 degrees below. You got a lot of Eskimos up there?
No, we don't have igloos.
Oh, I know there's a lot of indigenous people in Canada.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of murder podcasts, so I know about all the injustice with the indigenous people. What?
This is a weird turn.
There's injustice in the Great White North because all these indigenous people go missing and nobody cares about them.
All right. I get it. It's a call for concern, but not for the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast.
We don't just talk about wrestling. We talked about tuna fish, pizza. What's Amy? Okay, so you're going to the gym 6 days a week. You're a nutritionist. What is your cheat meal? What does Amy have to like? You're like, I've been busting my ass. I look fine. I'm that bitch, but I'm about to eat the fuck out of something.
Tacos. I love tacos.
Soft taco, hard taco.
Everything.
What about, does a burrito fall in the taco family?
Yes.
Quesadilla?
No.
Well, what's the difference between a burrito and a taco?
A burrito is stuffed, to the brim.
That's right.
With rice, beans, guacamole.
That's right.
Cheese.
Yeah. What kind of cheese?
And queso.
Yeah.
No,
queso
what kind of cheese? You use American cheese, cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack, pepper jack?
You said queso, Matt.
Queso.
Like the sauce.
Yeah.
All right. Stop everyone yelling at me. This
All
is
right,
an important conversation.
Amy, I want to get a bigger picture, and we don't want to keep you too much longer, but I want to get a bigger picture of why you became a professional wrestler and why you even became a martial artist, for lack of a better term.
Talk about tacos and burritos.
Yeah, and tacos and burritos. We wanted to learn more about that, but we'll wait maybe for the next appearance. Who was your biggest inspiration as a pro wrestler to become a pro wrestler, and then maybe as a martial artist?
John Cena was like one of my major favorites growing up because I grew up during like the ruthless aggression era. And then when I started doing wrestling, I looked into like more of like Eddie Guerrero's work. So Eddie Guerrero's like one of my major favorites. And Asuka is mostly one of the reasons why I got into martial arts, because her trainer who trained her actually trained with us at Battle Arts for a bit. So I actually got to train with the guy that trained her fully. And I wanted to learn her type of style because like her style is amazing and it's so different compared to all the other women in wrestling. So the reason why I got into martial arts is so that it can basically make me different than all the other girls, kind of thing. So that I'm not like North American style or like basically like the basic style. Like you don't hear a lot of women being trained in the Japanese strong style kind of thing. So that's why I wanted to basically train in martial arts kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I've never heard the term, I guess because we live here, I've never heard the term North American style.
Yeah.
like there is like even like in reports, you never hear North American style. You hear European style, you hear Japanese style, strong style. I've never heard North American style. When was the first time you heard that?
Oh, when I first started wrestling, they're like, but the thing is that at Battle Arts Academy, when I first started, now it's like a mixture of Japanese strong style and North American style. But when I first started, it was just strictly Japanese strong style. So when it basically mixed, they're like, oh, so now you're gonna learn Japanese strong style alongside North American strong style, and I'm like, whoa, what is that? And then they're just like, oh, it's just Canadian style wrestling. I'm like, oh, that's such a fancy term for Canadian wrestling. So yeah.
That's true. So true. All right.
Sorry, I was trying not to pee my pants right now. Sorry, I have to go to the bathroom.
No, it's fine. I mean, want to let her? What do you got?
Well, oh my God, my brain is not working. Sorry, Amy, my apologies.
No worries.
So we are very excited for you in 2022. Oh, tell me about. Let me ask you a question, Canadian style here. What is this Boxing Day all about?
Boxing Day?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the day after. It's kind of like your Black Friday.
Okay.
But we have Black Friday too. So we have Black Friday before Christmas, and that's usually when you get all your Christmas Day shopping done, because like the deals are amazing. And then the day after Christmas, we have another day where it's just like sales, where like people just go like to the store and they pack the stores, and it's just kind of like your Black Friday, but like Boxing Day.
I dig it. Asian Joe wants to know, Amy, what does Amy think is missing from women's wrestling or professional wrestling in general?
I think kayfabe is missing in wrestling nowadays. Like, I feel like ever since social media has been huge, like kayfabe has been just thrown to the side. Like, I feel like because of social media, like they don't keep their character anymore. Like I feel like for me, I would rather have my wrestling character for an Instagram and then a regular, like my personal account, because I feel like whatever you do on TV is like your character, but then when you're on social media, it's like basically contradicting itself. So I feel like social media is kind of what's ruining wrestling nowadays compared to back in the day.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you. I want to just get to a couple more, because you're getting a lot of fans in our social media chats right now.
Oh, really? That's
yeah, you got a lot of people that are just getting to know you. So like, what? All right. So here's the question: people just getting to know you, like wrestling fans, people in wrestling. We have a lot of people here that are quasi successful in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
That enjoy us and listen to us every week. What would you say is the defining quality, other than gangster, bitch, bad? I'm not just diminishing that, but what would you say is like what's the must see thing about Amy Crimson?
It's just my passion. Like, because I love this so much that it's like there's nothing else I could possibly do. That just the passion and determination that you see when I get into the ring. Like, whenever I go into the ring, like, I'm always trying to be the best. Like, my goal is to be the best women's wrestler, like, in the locker room or in general. So, like, I'm just, like, a perfectionist. So I feel like that's just me. So I always want to be better. So if I feel like, oh, I could do better, like, I'll just write down notes. And like I'll be like, okay, in my last match I did this. I'm not gonna do that in the next match. I want to be better, kind of thing. So I just feel like me being a perfectionist makes me want to strive to be better. So that's why I feel like one of my qualities is just the passion and determination.
Sorry, Kev. Do you have is your dream opponent Asuka?
Yes. Like, I would love to face Asuka because her, like, wrestling style is kind of the same as mine. I feel like we could wrestle, like, all day. Like, it would just be awesome and fun.
Do you worry about the language barrier?
Not really. The thing is, I wanted to go and wrestle in Japan because I wanted to learn some Japanese, and, like, basically just wrestle in Marvelous, like, pro wrestling, and, like, even, like, the new, like, Japan, like, wrestling. That would be awesome. So, like, I feel like it wouldn't be a language barrier. Like, I feel like it would be pretty cool to learn.
I ask this to every single person that either has gone to Japan or wants to go to Japan.
Oh boy.
Would you eat the raw horse?
There's raw horse.
It is Lance Archer swears by it. He thinks it's the greatest thing in the world.
I would eat sushi, but I wouldn't eat the raw horse.
Would you eat it? Would you have to be told what was on your plate, or would you eat it and then find out later?
Yeah, I have to be told what's on my plate because I'm kind of like a picky eater. So like if it looks different, I'll be like, wait, what's this?
See, I don't know what a raw horse would look like.
Probably like any other meat.
Would it look like chicken or would it look like beef?
I think it
Probably
would
beef.
look like like a beef, like maybe like some kind of like sliced meat, maybe.
It would probably have a smell, like a different smell to it, no?
Like a tartare.
I don't know what tartare is.
It's raw meat, right?
Oh.
Isn't steak tartare just steak served completely
Isn't it like
raw?
raw ground beef?
I think you're spot on there.
I think so. I was guessing.
Listen, we don't know. We asked the question. We have no real information about it. So,
do you keep tabs on the current world of pro wrestling? And is there anything in particular you've been following lately?
Yeah, a lot. Honestly, I keep tabs on like all like WWE. Obviously, like I don't watch it like religiously like I used to, because like WWE used to be my Bible, but I still like watch highlights and stuff and take notes, and like it's mostly not to enjoy it anymore. It's mostly just to take notes and like learn off of. But yeah.
If you ever found yourself in a real life situation like this Charlotte Becky situation where you kind of didn't like that person, but you had to be professional in the ring, are you capable of putting aside your differences and just going out there and being a professional?
Yes, because you have to think about at the end of the day, there's millions of people that would love to have your spot on TV, and it's like I wouldn't want to jeopardize my spot on TV, especially in WWE, because of somebody that either I have issues with or so. Like if the other person can't control their emotions, okay, that's fine, but I don't want to basically risk my spot and my opportunity, because you know how much people work for to get to the WWE just to throw it away kind of thing. So like I would just keep my emotions intact, do my job, and just go home after, to be honest. Just take the paycheck, wrestle them, and then just move on with my day and try to be professional as possible, to be honest.
Maybe a little punch to the eye. Be like, oh, I'm sorry.
No stiffing.
I'm just that bitch. I got carried away. My bad.
Snug. Not stiffing. Snug.
Or the elbow drop. Amy, what did you do, Kevin? Kevin hurt himself. He's deaf now. Amy, it's been an absolute pleasure. I know you've had a long day. I know you worked a long night and you had made time to join us. So we appreciate it. Before we let you go and sign off, is there anything you want to leave with the fans out there, people who may have just been introduced to you, any message you want to send to the listeners of the Shining Wizards podcast?
Hopefully, if you guys are new to Amy Crimson, hopefully I could basically showcase like my talents, and basically you guys can see all the hype about me. Hopefully I could wrestle in the States and around the world so I could be a household name. And honestly, if anyone else wants to be a wrestler, I say do it, because like it's been the best thing I've ever done. So
well, Amy, this has been one of the best interviews we've ever done. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Really good.
Anytime you want to come back on, just slide into our DMs. Anytime you want to pop in and just say hello, keep us updated on what you're doing when you're coming to the States. We'd love to have you back on the show.
awesome. I would love to be on the show again. That'd be awesome.
We could talk more tacos, more burritos, more tuna fish pizzas, all sorts of crazy shit. We can go way off the reservation here. We don't just
I'm
have
down. As long as it's no cheek to butt ratio.
I can't even believe. Honestly, I can't believe that's. Was it like a video podcast? Someone looked at you.
No. It was like you know those ones where it's just the voice, and like all you hear is me covered, bro. And then it was awkward silence, and then all you hear is me with an awkward laugh. And I'm like, this is so weird. Like, but yeah, I didn't want to be rude, so.
Yeah, I don't get. You should have been rude at that point.
You get a pass there. I think you're okay to be rude in that. That's unbelievable. I can't believe somebody asked you that question.
As a woman, you know, I even got a fake account made of me today. So I had to
you've made it.
Yeah, I've made it. Somebody actually made a fake account of me, and I was just like getting so many messages today. I'm like, for God damn it! Like,
Yo, it's so crazy that that's how twisted society is. Where like when you get like a hacker burner account, or not a burner, but a hacker account imitating you, that you've done something well in your life. So
Yeah.
it's just like that's a shame. But
and all my friends have gotten it, and I thought I was the the safe one. We're like, oh, it's not gonna happen to me. And then I'm at work, and then I open up my Instagram, and I see like 25 different messages. I'm like, hold up, I'm not that popular. And then I
Hold
look
up.
onto my messenger. They're like, is this you? Is this you? Is it? I'm like, hell no.
all right, so Amy, I give you permission to make a fake account of myself, and if you want to do that, you go ahead and make me feel more important than I am. How about that?
Amy, be safe in the blizzard, and we will talk soon.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
It's that bad bitch, Amy Crimson, at Amy_Crimson on Twitter, at Amy Crimson XOXO on the Instagram. Give her a follow, support her, check her out. 2022 is going to be a big year for her. Amy, enjoy the rest of your night. What are we doing?
Thank
Shake
you.
hands?
Bye, guys.
Oh, I'll shake hands.
Double
A
shake
virtual
hands.
handshake.
All right.
There you go.
Bye,
That
guys.
was all.
Good night,
Bye,
Amy.
Amy. What
Amy
a good
Crimson,
kid.
That was a home run.
It was like, what did we do? Like 45 minutes with her?
Yeah, we did a lot of time with her. I got you, Amy. I'm going to boot you.
It was great. I hope that people listening to this can find her and follow her and do all the great things, because she's clearly, listen, she's already like, we're kind of like treating her like she was a rookie. She's not a rookie.
No, I don't think at all we treat her like a rookie.
No, but I feel like, yeah, you're right. No, she's not a rookie. But I feel like I kind of handled her with kid gloves because she's so young, and she's like I feel like I spent the day with my nieces. I'm like, this is my niece that I got to coddle. We didn't have to coddle her. She's a badass bitch.
That's it. She's that bitch. Kate Hensler says top 5 guest. Kevin's stealing your gimmick.
All right, so this has to stop. That
What's that?
Tony did it last week. Kate's doing it right now, stealing my thunder. That's not allowed. That can't be allowed. We have to stop it.
I ain't stopping anything.
All right,
you're on your own on that one, buddy. That's your gimmick. You got to do your thing.
I got to protect it. Maybe I'll hire Dawkins to gimmick patent attorney and just get shit done.
Do it.
That's right.
NXT War Games, Kevin. Anything you want to talk about from War Games?
Love the women's match, the opening War Games match.
Okay,
absolutely adored it. Dude, actually, the match of the night for this probably was for me, and I didn't see all of it in its entirety, but I did watch. Believe it or not, O'Reilly and Van Hammer versus Imperium. The match was incredible.
Yeah, I heard good things about the match. I didn't get to see War Games either, but I know I sucked at my pick, so there's that. They're really going in this 2.0 direction. I know they showed a bunch of vignettes throughout the night to kind of introduce you to a lot of new people.
Yeah, Tiffany Louis Vuitton or whatever her name is. She's like a spoiled rich girl who's now going to be anything she wants, and what she wants is to be an NXT superstar. So she'll be in characters like this have kind of intrigued me, but not really. And then we're gonna have the reveal of MSK's Shaman this coming week on NXT, and if it's not RVD, I'm gonna riot. It's got to be RVD, right?
I don't know.
All right, so MSK has been.
I know what their gimmick is, but
they're essentially stoners who have been on a search for their shaman for enlightenment, and one of them, I forget which one, is revealing to the other who it is this Tuesday on NXT, and I'm pretty sure if it's not RVD, I'm going to be super upset. And unless it's introducing a new character, then I'll be less upset. But so yeah,
wait and see tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, it's tomorrow. I was off work today, so today still feels like a Sunday to me. Even though
Today's Monday, my friend.
Oh,
They also announced New Year's Evil will be taking place Tuesday, January 4th.
All right, so all right, cool.
Another NXT special, kind of like a Halloween Havoc type of deal.
Yeah, but it comes off lame when you like look to the other show and it's like winter is coming. It's just like, all right, New Year's Evil.
We're going hard.
I will say this though, Roderick Strong and Joe Gacy. I love Joe Gacy, personally and professionally. I think he's awesome. I really thought he was going to win because I really thought they were going to try to move away from, I really think that, but Roderick Strong's character in the Diamond Mine is just as good. That's a main event character to me. Like, in Roderick Strong was main event before, but he should be main event with this. So, but I thought that Joe Gacy was going to take this just to further the, moving to 2.0, if you will. But
right. And I think Johnny Gargano is going to address his future on Tuesday, so who knows what that means.
Well, it's Monday night. Who knows what that means?
We got some New Japan news.
Oh, this is your wheelhouse. Let's go, baby. Give it to me.
Will Ospreay. So New Japan kind of went out there and they said that they are still expecting foreign talent to be allowed to enter Japan for Wrestle Kingdom. And Will Ospreay just said, Shingo can't stop me. Okada can't stop me. COVID can't stop me. January 5th, 2020, I'll be there. He is also no longer debuting for MLW.
Ospreay is off MLW.
He's off MLW.
Interesting. And MLW just had a banger with the crash down in Mexico.
Yeah, he let's see here.
6,000 people, 5,000 people.
The working relationship between MLW and New Japan Pro reportedly came to an end in mid-November, which means former IWGP champion Will Ospreay will not appear for the company as previously announced.
All right. I mean, is there, other than MLW, is there any real harm and foul here with this?
No, I don't think so. I thought it was weird that out of all the companies in the States, he was going to MLW.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited for them, but I mean, if it's over, like, it's not like he committed to like AEW or WWE and then left. It's no offense to MLW. I think it's incredible, but I don't think anyone's losing sleep over it.
I'll tell you what I'm losing sleep over.
Uh-oh.
Shibata is going to make a huge announcement December 15th at the New Japan World Tag League Finals and Best of the Super Junior Finals. I hope to God Shibata is coming back to New Japan Pro Wrestling.
All right, so where was Shibata before?
He won the 2017 New Japan Cup, and he challenged Okada at Sakura Genesis. And during the match, he suffered a subdermal.
Oh, God, yes. I thought, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Go ahead.
No, that was it. He suffered a subdermal hematoma and had to have emergency surgery.
Yeah, for some reason, I thought that he was someone that had left and just went and worked somewhere else. But then I remember this, and thank God that he's back. That's incredible news.
Yeah, so he had that match with Zack Sabre Jr., the 5-minute exhibition match at the G1 Finals, and hopefully this means we're going to pick up where he left off in 2019 with Kenta, because there was a storyline there. So I'm super excited about that.
All right, Matt, I really hope this isn't the case that the shaman is Elias. Hope that's not the case, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's I haven't really been into it too much this NXT.
Well, here's why you shouldn't be, because people confirmed seats for War Games and they get turned away at the door.
Oh, that was
confirmed via email that you have seats here, and then you get turned away once you get there.
That's very disappointing.
Confirmed.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
We're coming to the end of the Super Juniors tournament right now. Sho, El Desperado, Hiromu, Robbie Eagles, El Fantasmo, Yo, and Taji Ishimori are kind of sitting at the top. We only have 2 nights left to find out who is going to be in the finals, and usually the winner of the Best of the Super Juniors goes on to face the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion at Wrestle Kingdom. That title right now is held by El Desperado.
Mm.
In the tag team standings, Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi are tied with Naito, Sonata, Hiroki Goto, Jesus Christ, and Yoshihashi, Great Okan, Aaron Hanare, Bad Luck Fale, and Chase Owens, and Evil, Yujiro Takahashi, and the Gorillas of Destiny are all towards the top. They have 3 nights left of this, so they're making exciting shows down the stretch. New Japan, they always seem to do a good job of that. So, and again, same thing applies. Whoever wins the tag league usually goes on to challenge for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship titles, held by Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. Your boy is going to be in the main event of Hard to Kill.
Yeah, baby. Woo, woo, woo. You freaking know it.
Moose, Matt Cardona, and Morrissey.
Yeah. I didn't watch Impact for the first time in a very long time, so I can't really speak to it, but I'll let you. Do you have the results skis in there?
I don't have the results.
That's all right.
But I just had that little bit of note here.
Yeah. Everywhere, baby.
GCW's firing on all cylinders. I actually ordered the shows this weekend, but I haven't had a chance to watch them yet. I heard the Thunder Rosa Alley catch match was fucking bonkers. So I want to check that out. And I know the Briscoes wrestled Ninja Mac and Dante Leone.
I'm sorry, I'm Matt. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but just I want to mention it before I forget. Did you happen to see the video of Casey Catal getting smashed in the face with the 2 garbage can lids by Akira?
Oh yeah, that happened like last year.
That was last year?
That's an old video.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's hysterical though.
No, it was just so good. All right, anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
GCW is just firing on all cylinders. Oh yeah, Deppen and Bandito too. I bet you that was a fucking banger. Kate says, Deppen Bandito was also amazing. They're bringing in Sabu and Ricky Morton for the Detroit shows in January.
And Rhino, I believe.
And Rhino, and then we got the Briscoes are challenging Brody King and PCO. They'll defend the GCW tag titles at the Blood on the Hill show taking place in December, and we're off and running to the Hammerstein Ballroom, so I'm excited for that too.
There you go.
PWG is bringing back Battle of Los Angeles. It'll be the first time since 2020 and 2021. It's going to take place at the end of January. So, sorry, there's that.
Yep.
Rainbows Pops Gaming. Hire Amy. Absolutely.
Yeah,
she's fantastic. Right. AAA had their huge show this weekend, Triple Mania Regia. Taya Valkyrie returned, as did Cybernetico.
Like 1995, 96 Cybernetico? Like Royal Rumble Cybernetico?
Yes, that's Cybernetico. And also Hijo del Vikingo won the AAA Mega Championship in a 5-way match with Samurai De Sol, Bobby Fish, Jay Lethal, and Bandito.
Yeah. And Samurai De Sol, of course, is who we all know as Kalisto.
Goddamn. FTR was also successful in their tag title defense against the Lucha Brothers. Vicky Guerrero did play a part in that.
They're still keeping those belts?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's gone way longer than I thought it was going to.
And last but certainly not least, Kevin, Ring of Honor final battle this weekend. Who knows what happens after Saturday night, but they are really giving us a fucking hell of a show. I'm very optimistic. I don't see this as the end. They're really pushing this end of the era thing, but I'm hoping come April we're gonna have a new Ring of Honor.
We might, and I hope you're right. And I'm not gonna rhyme anymore. That was incidental. But I don't see it, man. Like I don't see it being. Now, if it's a new invention, if it's Ring of Honor, like for lack of a better term, 2.0, then yeah, then I'm all for it. But you can't commit to long-term contracts if you're releasing people from their existing deals now. Like it's going to be like an independent promotion probably, which is what it started as. So maybe it's okay, but I don't know.
Right. And that's that is the reported idea of what it's going to be. They're going to go back to being an independent promotion.
And I'm sure a lot of the wrestlers would be happy to go back there and work for them, and
Absolutely.
for their one-shot paydays. So yeah, so if that's the avenue, then yeah, I don't see it being the end. But will they still have TV? Will they still have?
I would imagine so. We'll just have to wait and see. I hope so. Kevin, breaking news: PWG, they just announced the first entrant in the Battle of Los Angeles, Jonah Rock.
Jonah, who debuted on Impact as well. Absolutely. Yeah,
He's
for
doing stuff
sure.
in New Japan, so that's pretty huge. I'll run down the card for you. Ring of Honor TV was awesome this week. Willow Nightingale defeated Mandy Leone.
Yep. Big fan of both of them, by the way.
Yeah, fantastic. And it was a great match, and they had a little fun at the end with all the faces and the heels and Max the Impaler. Sorry, man, this cough's killing me.
That's all right.
PJ Black and Flip. Sorry, it was PJ Black against Bandito.
Yes.
Flip has amnesia.
That's right.
Which is here's the most upsetting part about Ring of Honor right now. The stories they're telling are fucking fantastic.
And
the shit with Flip is hysterical.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with Flip and PJ just running with the ball that it was given to them. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's great, and everybody's in on it, even the commentators. So pre-show, PJ Black hypnotizes Flip Gordon, and he says, "If I clap once, you wake up. If I clap twice, you're the mercenary." So at some point during this match, PJ Black wants Flip to attack Bandito outside the ring. He won't do it, so he claps twice. Flip fucking punches Bandito, gets PJ Black disqualified. PJ Black claps again. Flip wakes up. He has no fucking idea what happened. They end up turning it into a tag team match. And Bandito wins, but Bandito and Ray Orris win the tag match. And then all this week they're doing matches, the road to Final Battle. Today was Gresham and Demonic Flamita, which I've yet to see. And I know Caprice Coleman, Beer City Bruiser is this week. All these great matches leading up to Final Battle. So this is what the card looks like for Saturday night, Kevin. 7 o'clock on Facebook for the Honor, the first hour, 8 o'clock on pay-per-view. There's a wild 10-man tag team match that'll be taking place at the pre-show. They didn't announce who was in it yet. The 6-man tag titles are on the line as Shane Taylor Promotions, Moses Kahn, and O'Shea Edwards defend against the Righteous, Vincent, Bateman, and Dutch. Ring of Honor TV champion Dalton Castle defends against a TBA. Brody King, Homicide, and Tony Deppen take on Tracy Williams, Taylor Rust, and Eli Isom. Shane Taylor against Kenny King. The Ring of Honor Pure Champion Josh Woods against Brian Johnson. OGK, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions against the Briscoes. Roxy, the Women's World Champion against Willow Nightingale. And Bandito, the Ring of Honor World Champion against Jonathan Gresham.
All right, so again, Jonathan Gresham is wrestling twice?
No, he's only wrestling once.
Who did you mention for the Pure Championship?
The Pure Champion is Josh Woods, and he's wrestling Brian Johnson.
I thought you mentioned John. All right, fair enough. Yeah. I'll go bold and make a pick early. Gresham is walking out of this version of Ring of Honor, the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. He has to.
I agree 100%. And I think he brings that title with him to his new promotion.
Terminus.
Yes. I think I'm fucking super excited. It's a Saturday show. We're going to go down nice and early, get some Jimmy seafood.
You're going to be you're going to make it an overnight venture, or you're going to come back?
No, we're staying the night. We have a hotel.
Oh. Who are you sharing the bed with?
Last time I slept on the pull-out couch, so if we have a pull-out couch, I'll sleep on the pull-out couch.
I'd rather sleep on the floor than share a bed with anybody.
I didn't have a problem sharing a bed, but we had the luxury of 2 single beds and the pull-out couch. So
right, I remember. Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't share beds with people I'm not having relations with. Just creepy to me.
All right.
Yep.
And that's really it, Kev. We got a jam-packed week. I'm going to AEW Wednesday. I'm going to Baltimore Saturday. I'm fucking pumped, man. We got Vincent next week, and
Oh, he's
We
back,
got-
baby.
Oh yeah, and we got Brian Keith. So if you're familiar
Okay.
with GCW, New Texas Pro Wrestling, dude's a killer. He'll be joining us next week too. So the train keeps a rolling here with the Shining Wizards. A special thanks to Mikko Maestro and Amy Crimson for joining us tonight. Hopefully Tony's back next week for the full show. It's always fun when it's the three of us, but I think me and Kevin had a good time.
Oh, we do it great. We do gangbusters, baby.
Yeah, we do. That's all I got. Kevin, anything you want to leave the lovely folks in Radio Land with before we sign off?
Nah, man, I'm good, man. Comedy's a little slow right now, but don't worry, it'll be back. It'll be back. But other than that, just thank you for your support at Shining Wizards Kevin on Instagram, at Kevin Garifo on the old Twitter box, and just follow us and keep supporting us because we will keep supporting you. I guess is all I can say.
Don't forget, rate, review, subscribe on all forms of podcasting platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher. If you're watching us on YouTube or Twitch, please subscribe, leave a review, share with your friends. It really helps us with the algorithm of of the podcasting world. And yeah.
Matt, what would you do if I said I'm gonna create a character called Algorithm?
I'd say run with it, man. I thought we were gonna get Magenta tonight was gonna be on the show. The rumor was, but I don't know what happened to Magenta.
I mean, we'll figure out next week, but I will tell you this when we get off the air what I have. So
Fantastic.
There you go.
We'll be back next Monday night, same time, same groovy station. Tell your friends. I'm sure it's more entertaining than Monday Night Raw. Jump in on the YouTube, the Facebook, the Twitch. Chat us up. We see all the comments. Thanks to Kate, Mott Spock, the True Prince of Pro, Asian Joe,
Rainbow Gaming,
Mott Spock. If I missed anyone, I apologize. The Bergman popped his head in here before. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll see you guys next week for another episode of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast.